hi, we're live. Hello.
Greetings.
Hello.
Salutations.
Buenos dias.
Everybody but Nix. We're going to do something I haven't done on this show before, but I've done on my other shows.
Oh,
And I'm going to have each of you roll me a d6.
I also got two.
Got a 4.
Oh, Richtofen got the highest. What happened
no.
last session?
Oh shit.
The entire city's falling into this abyss of the dead. We're all going to die.
All right.
Or are we?
Summary by Richtofen.
Short, sweet, and to the point. So, the group's underneath this church, right? Or this castle, I should say. Castle, church, citadel, whatever you want to call it. The book changes every other page. The High Hall. And you guys are in the catacombs. And you found what is left of the refugees. 2 big bowls of holy water. And a single priest. And she was an old elderly priest of lower ranking. So she's not really able to... Her miracles aren't super amazing, but she would be able to heal you if needed, which none of you really needed it. And she mentioned that the Grand Duke, Oldar Ravengard, the leader of the Flaming Fists from Baldur's Gate, was in town when this happened. And she last saw him a few weeks ago taking what was left of the soldiers into the graveyard behind High Hall, where apparently there's a super powerful artifact, the Helmet of Torm, that would be able to that they thought would be able to help save the city. But she thinks they might not have made it because that was a long time ago, and hasn't heard anything from anyone from the surface since. You guys had Lulu do a little bit of scouting, and she saw that there was a cleric of Lathander that had a malevolent look in his eye in the cemetery. Bunch of undead just roaming around the graveyard. They don't seem to aggro or attack this cleric of Lathander. And she says that he was guarding the catacombs that they went into. So he might know more of where they're at, or if they didn't make it, he might be able to help you get this helmet to get the heck out of here and save the city. Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll say, since we all leveled up post-session, that you guys take a long rest down here. And you get your full HP, and you get all your abilities and spells back. It's kind of depressing down here, and to be expected, because there's like 100 people starving to death and can't really do anything. Every once in a while, they're drinking from the holy water just because it's like the only water in here.
Right.
Yeah.
And, oh yeah, you guys found a tunnel underneath one of the cisterns that's holding the big bowls of holy water. And some desperate guy was going to try to run down it thinking it was a safety net. And Brakka stopped him, went down the tunnel herself carefully, and noticed that it led to a hole that fell down to Avernus below, down to the river Styx, a few hundred feet down, where there appeared to be, more importantly than not, a huge, ridiculously epic battle going on. Like a generic movie CGI battle that's just, you can't really tell what the hell's going on because there's just too much stuff. The only thing you could really make out is there's some group of fiends that's defending the chains that's pulling down the city, and there's another larger group that is constantly assaulting them, trying to get onto the chains. So, you're here in the catacombs.
Am I back with the party?
You are back with the party.
Cool.
We should probably go to the catacombs. I mean, to the Yeah, priest thing.
Yeah, we have to go find the priest.
Wonderful. Searching for a priest in a church.
Well,
Oh,
the
in
priest
the
will be
graveyard.
easy to find. The mausoleum or whatever they have the relic. It's going to be the difficult thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have to go to the graveyard to find him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live, right?
Yeah, he was alive.
Ish.
Lewis said that he didn't really like the look of all the undead in the area, though.
He was walking on his own 2 feet. He wasn't stumbling around like the zombies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean much, but it's better than nothing. Okay.
Let's
I guess
go.
Alonzi.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Alonzo.
My name's not Alonzo. At least
Alright.
I don't think it was.
So as you all are going to leave the catacombs, the only way back out is the same way you came in, through that secret doorway. And if you recall, there's a lot of devil patrols up in the high hall above you. So are you going to attempt to sneak out, or are you just going to go out guns a-blazing and get to the graveyard?
Sneak out's probably best.
Because, I mean,
nobody,
either
Fine by
works.
me.
nobody found an alternate exit?
We found that
Yes, but it goes to the river.
it goes out to a several 100-foot drop to over the river Styx.
Well, we didn't really ask the priestess if she knew any other exits from the catacombs.
Right. We can do that. We can ask that. And if not, I can try and wild shape into a hawk, go back and grab our little escape rope, and then come back with us. We could just climb up, but I don't think there's enough to really cover that. Plus, we may need that for a quick getaway.
Yeah, no, let's ask first the cleric, or I will try to sneak out. Better, maybe.
What did the cleric say her name was again?
Her name is a name. Farah Jinx.
Farah Jinx. Miss Farah,
Yes?
is there any other way out of the catacombs that you know about? Any passages that might help us bypass the patrols?
Unfortunately, no. I only knew of that secret door. I
Very
didn't even
well.
know about the escape route that you found.
Very well. No, thank you. Anyways, it's one possibility eliminated.
From where we are, where is the graveyard at in orientation?
You would have to get upstairs, and then it would be around the back.
Do
mean,
stealth mission?
Do we want to explore the catacombs and try to find an alternate exit, or
I couldn't waste time now that the city is sinking.
Yeah, time is kind of of
Well,
the essence.
I mean, since we are not sure that it will provide us with any advantage in the long run.
Mm-hmm. The more time we spend here is more time that the city is getting closer and closer to being wiped out.
well, we have a hole right there. Could you wild shape to an avian form and fly around and scout to see if the exit's clear?
I don't think I have that ability just yet. I thought I did, but God, this place is a nightmare in my sleep. I keep waking up with my brain foggy. Out of character, I just forgot. I don't think I have wild shape at that level yet.
Yeah, no, that's 8th level druid.
Yeah, I'm only 6.
You can turn into fish now.
I could turn into a fish, but the minute I hit that water, I am basically a fish.
Yeah.
could
Okay,
just-
let's
I
try to sneak up.
Yeah, I can do what I did earlier. Have the spirits of Earth just deaden our footfalls for us.
I can
Sweet.
still make someone completely invisible to recon as well.
I believe Nyx can do the same. won't have-
No, I'm just good at hiding.
Wait, didn't you turn yourself invisible last time, or was that
No.
Rick? Okay, never mind.
Rick made me invisible.
So invisible that you disappeared for half the session.
I mean, it was effective. It was super effective.
I got a critical.
As another little refresher, especially since somebody wasn't around for you guys entering this place.
I'm sorry.
You're fine. I just so you guys know for sure your exit strategy since you guys are planning. You remember there were 2 hellhounds guarding the front doors, and you guys
Front
took
gate.
the front gate, and you guys took the roundabout where you climbed up into second story of a building, and had Lulu bring a rope over to one of the towers, and you guys got there that way before,
Mm-hmm.
and you took the rope with you. I remember confirming that.
Yeah, that's right.
Or wait. Of course I say that, and I'm like, wait a minute. I think you said you left it there just in case you.
No, we left
wanted
it
to-
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we left there just in case.
All right. But how far do you think the graveyard was from the castle walls?
Close. I think it's the thing is that it's also close to the Hellhounds.
Was it though?
I think it's just left or right, depending on how you look at it.
Nap time. Nap time. Nap time.
I'm pulling up the map for me.
But I don't know if the Hellhounds were outside the gates or inside, and I can't remember.
If it comes to it, we could use the rope as a line across to where we need to get. Have Lulu
Yeah.
fly and attach it to a fixed point.
We'd have to go. We have to
the
backtrack
Grand-
all the way to
The
the
Grand
parapet. though.
Cemetery is really far away. Now,
Oh,
right.
the map that I have pinned on our Discord of El Toro, High Hall is that castle in the very south on the left half of the city, because you know how it's split in half in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Way over on the west side, like on the border of the west side, is the Grand Cemetery that you need to go to.
Wait, then how did Lulu see that? We had her scout the castle primarily.
Remember, she's
She's fast.
fast.
Okay,
How long was she gone?
right. She was gone for about an hour.
She
Wait,
could have scouted the whole city.
The graveyard is that section due west of the castle, all the way to
Yes.
the border.
Yes.
Okay, so we have to go out, right?
Like you see the crazy epic compass, and it has like that pointing south S,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and you see those weird rod things, spires that the chains are attached to.
Yeah.
2 down, and then next to that wall, that's the Grand Cemetery area.
It's the
Okay.
one that has all the coffins, right?
Yes.
It's this little.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
I
it
see
is.
it. Yeah, yeah. Yes,
I'm
I see
looking.
it.
I'm looking in the book, and
It's got a
everybody,
small-
everybody at home can see this epic picture, side picture. But then you also see this map right here. The book came with a big poster. I'm just not going to go get it.
Right.
Okay,
yeah,
so it's kind of
it's where
far
all those
away.
are.
So we have to go outside the castle, so we can just try to make the escape route we left ready.
Right.
Yeah, we came in from the eastern side of the castle. We
Yeah.
could try to exit through the damaged portion of the castle on the west.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a hard climb because we are in a hill. On a cliff, actually.
Well, we don't really need to climb. If it is just a hill, we could just slide down it or just like run down really, really fast.
Yeah, we have to see if it's like. I mean, I'm down for anything. We can just try.
First and foremost, we've got to get out of these catacombs. So
Yeah,
Right.
first let's try to sneak out and see next step when we are out
Yeah.
of this place.
Group stealth checks.
I will cast before we head out. I will cast Pass Without a Trace.
What does
Okay,
it do?
plus 10.
Yeah, plus 10 to all of your stealth checks
Oh, that's nice.
while you are within 30 feet of me.
Pretty much guarantees it. Or if you have full plate and low dex, it gives you a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I'm actually glad you did that.
Thank you. I got a 5.
So that makes mine a 19 and Lluis is a 17.
Yeah.
25 for Brakka.
Okay. What did Richtofen get?
18.
More importantly, what did your Skelly boys get?
Even
They
if
got
they
at least
don't.
a 10.
They have your proficiency if you're proficient in stealth, I think.
I'm not.
I believe it's straight dice roll for normal skeletons.
One guy 26, 27, 22.
Very good.
26.
Draw 16.
Yeah,
That's right. I've already forgot past. I'm like, how did a skeleton get a 26?
Pass
What?
without a trace and such
Okay.
a good spell.
Right. So you cast Pass Without a Trace, and Red Home gets to see the map move. Wow!
they,
So
they
there's-
muffled their bones.
Yep. They are not rattling bones.
Or if they were seen, people just assumed that they were part of the entourage that came into
somebody.
place.
And the group heads back upstairs. And as you head upstairs, you can hear talons hitting the stone floor as something's walking into the grand hall that you're in. It's
Everybody
ridiculously huge. As you all are still stealthing, so whatever this is, it doesn't see you, but you do see it as you're using random structures, mostly this statue of Torm that you snuck out of as cover. You see one of these fiendish-looking dragon humanoid-like creatures. They're kind of like dragonborns, but they're more they're not as bulky
Infernal.
built. They're more thin and they're like hunched over, like a C-shaped spine instead of a S-shaped humanoid spine, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like their necks jumped out forward instead of upwards.
Like Dark Souls dragons.
Kind of, yes.
Noodle dragons.
It's carrying in one hand it is a long sword. It looks like a great sword. But they kind of look like this.
Oh gosh.
There's one, and it's that white one you see.
Oh, Abishai.
And following it are a bunch of cultists of Zario. And
We
they
got a
seem to
head-
be searching around for anything useful or anyone to kill or anything.
We made sure to close the door.
Of course. You were able to do that just fine without them hearing it with those checks. And that's when you get all the way back to the spiral stairway. Pardon me. Just moving the map. The spiral stairway that leads upstairs. So, you head back upstairs. And we'll say you get to the tower, and your rope's still there.
Right. Back
And
across.
as you get there, you see standing next to the rope are one of these weird crab people. The really spiky-looking crab humanoid men, and he is just looking at this rope, back turned to you guys, and just looking at his giant claw hand. Looks at the rope. Looks at the giant claw hand.
No.
I should
Chin and shoulders go to shrug as we roll initiative as it's slowly going to cut the
Okay.
rope.
Oh gosh, darn it. No.
Slowly. Or fast if he rolls on a 20.
Alright, so for those at home,
Shit.
let me... Since I do not have my crab men as a token, I'll just use a blank token. No, not a thug. Though that's close. Alright, we'll just say he's right here. Of course he blends in perfectly with the map. So, apologize for those at home. And we got everybody here. Wait, where's the Lulu? Lulu should be here. There she is. Okay. I think I'm missing somebody.
You're missing Nix.
Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, so I know you were putting it in Zoom, but we'll go one at a time. So Koi, you got 17?
No,
That
nine.
was me. That was Brakka.
Okay. Sorry. What did Koi get?
9.
Nice. Nix, what did you get?
Me too.
I heard a 2.
Sorry, 22.
Okay. I was pretty sure it cut off there. That's I'm like, wanted to make sure.
Yeah. sorry.
Richtofen, what'd you get?
9.
9. Might help if I roll for NPCs. And enemies, which both, of course, rolled really well.
Great.
So we'll go Sparta yeet him off the wall.
That's the plan.
So up first is Nix.
Let me double check one thing real fast, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause-
I will say as your turn starts. Actually, Koi would go first because Koi is the one that triggered combat. So Koi, roll to hit.
Oh, right. Oops. 14.
I think that might not hit.
I'm going to banish this dice.
Yep, it doesn't. It does not hit through the armor.
Do I have a full round or it's only one attack?
You have a full round.
I will attack again then.
Okay.
Okay. 21.
21 definitely hits.
I will spend one superiority dice to move Brakka.
Where do you want to move Brakka? Do you want to move
I want
towards
to get
him?
up
Do you want to
as
move?
close to this thing as I can.
Okay, he is about 20, 25 feet away, so you can move right up next to him.
All right.
14 magical piercing damage.
You shoot the bolt, and it goes right into... They don't really have necks, because their head's kind of just like in their torso, and you're shooting it from the back. But you're using magical weaponry, and you're a marksman. So you shoot it where you think the head would be on the other side, and it actually pierces through the back chitin, through its head from the back side, and it falls forward off the tower dead.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
That was the surprise round, as we looped back around to Nix.
Okay, so
Nix, his 5 friends are over on the other tower. And you also see, these are the, your character is technically here, but a barbed devil and 7 other crabmen. And luckily they have not noticed you just yet. But they are pretty far away.
Fireball. Oh no, there's a barb there.
Let me see how far away they are. What's that? Oh yeah, they are quite a ways away. But there's like a entryway into that tower like this one. And you can hear them and stuff, and you see at least 2 of these crabmen visible from where you're at. About 120 feet away, we'll say.
okay,
Actually,
in that case, a fireball would be welcome since it has a range of 150 feet.
Okay.
Do we know if it actually hurt these things though? In the moment, I guess so.
One surefire way to figure out.
I'm
Sure,
pretty sure
sure.
that grab.
A surefire way. Anyway, so devil. All right. Are you shooting this from the shield, or are you casting?
Yeah,
this
I
yourself?
don't have it myself, so it is from the shield.
Okay. Let me roll some dex saves.
Yep, and I shall roll some d6s.
I don't think you guys got to worry about food for a while. You're gonna have some roast crab.
Mm.
Can we even eat it though?
That is a good question.
With a little
This one
butter.
you'll have to answer yourselves.
Yeah, just slather a little butter on it, it'll be fine.
Got it.
So how much damage did you do?
27 from the fireball.
Okay, the other tower, Nix just points the shield that way, and the mouth on it kind of opens up a bit, and the fireball just goes... when it blows up that interior, like a perfect shot. The DC might be ridiculously baller. Those crabmen didn't stand a chance of succeeding. As you hear a Wilhelm scream, and one of the ones at the doorway just falls out, still kind of on fire. You know, it smells nice. It smells like cooked crab.
My brain immediately just saw the shield doing the fire in my laser face.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That's great.
I know we brought this thing for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
That's my turn. I'm done.
All right. After Nyx, I believe it's the enemy's turn because they rolled really well.
Oh, that reminds me. Where's Rhea?
Right next to you.
Wonderful.
Actually, it's her turn.
Oh,
She's gonna actually. Yeah, it's the NPC's turn. Lulu comes over and flutters next to you and pats you on the head with with her trunk, and she says, "Great job." And Rhea just looks at you confidently with like a thumbs up. It's like, yeah. And all right, well, we better get out of here before the rest of them notice. She says, and as she goes to turn around, it is Brakka's turn.
Yeah, good idea. I'm just going to start. Would it be by action to climb down the rope?
You would. It will be your action to get on there, and then you're moving at half speed across it.
Okay, I will do.
We'll say it's 100 feet on the rope just to make it even.
Right. Okay. I am going to actually stand by the rope and if I hold an action for a spell, does that waste a spell slot if nothing happens?
Yes. That is the risk of holding a spell.
All right.
Otherwise, you would hold a spell for... Spellcaster should hold a spell for everything.
All right. Well, I'm going to, I guess, bonus action my club for Shillelagh, and I'll just hold there and hold my action to running, like, smash something in the face.
Okay.
Actually, I'll move to the door so I don't have to waste my movement running to it, because I think you can only hold your action, not your movement.
Okay. So you move back to the door.
Yeah, I'll move back to the door frame just to wait and just hold my hand just to buck anything on the head that comes through, so that everybody else has time to get out of there.
All right. After Brakka, from the tower, the black smoke, what's left of the fireball, kind of spills out, and the barbed devil walks out perfectly unharmed and goes, "Ah, what the fuck?" In Infernal. I know one of you knows Infernal, so I think Richtofen. Yeah. And it looks over and it sees your crew, and it sees Nyx pointing a shield at the door it was just at. And the shield's already still smoking at the mouth from the fireball. So, Barb Devil hurls some flames at you guys. So the first one will go at Nyx, and I guess the second one will go at the other one that looks like we're ready for him. So Brakka. First flame. A 19, I think, hits Nyx, right?
yeah, but I didn't get a chance to call out shield, did I?
Well, that's a reaction.
It's a reaction, yeah.
Okay. Shield. Puts me at 21.
21 means that the hurl flame doesn't hit.
Yay.
Nice.
Nice. Second one. At Brakka. It rolled even higher, but it was not a crit.
All right. What was the roll?
It was 23 total.
All right. I'll actually use a charge from my shield for this one, and use my only charge of absorb elements from my shield.
Okay, so you take half, right?
All right. So what was the damage?
So you take 5 fire damage.
All right.
Also,
Okay.
wait, if the target. Oh, interesting. So that's what it does in its turn. Yeah, you can hurl flame as far as you can hurl a fireball. God damn. After the devil's turn, it is. Wait, Richtofen, what did you get again? 9?
Yes.
I think Koi, what is your dex?
+2.
That's right. It's on the overlay. So I guess Koi goes first since you both have 9s.
Oh yeah.
I will shoot at the Barb Devil. Yeah, I will try to.
He's 120 feet away.
Yeah, I have sharpshooter and crossbow expert. I can shoot up to 400 without penalty.
Sweet. There's his token. Okay, so this isn't going to be accurate on the map, but let's just pretend this Barb Devil is 100 and some feet up there as you fire at him.
Okay, so first attack. It's almost. It's a 27,
27 hits.
and I will the superiority dice to grant advantage to the next one attacking.
Sweet. I believe you still have another attack.
Yeah, wait, I'm marking. Okay, so damage it's 10 magical piercing damage for the first attack.
Okay.
Second attack, I will add sharpshooter.
Ooh, okay.
Nice. 17.
A 17 drum roll hits.
Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. Max damage 23 piercing magical damage.
Ow! Ow, okay. So that really hurts. After... Wait, Koi, do you move at all? Because you're currently in the doorway to this tower.
I will move close to the rope.
Okay, that would make you... You would be out of sight from this devil.
I won't then. I will stay here.
Okay. Because this tower is... It's circular, but the diameter of it is about 30 feet. So it's a fairly big room.
Okay.
After Koi, then, is Richtofen. Richtofen, you got 3 skelly boys.
Yeah, I rolled for my bony boys.
What are they attacking with? Because this devil is 150 feet away.
Think that the next attack has advantage, so if you want to roll a spell with advantage, you should cast first.
Yes.
Well, the bows would reach.
That's right, they do all have bows now. So, fire away.
All right, let's see.
Hey,
17, 20, and Curly got a nat 20.
Okay, yeah, they all hit.
And Curly was actually 25, but yeah.
And since they're all the same damage type, you can just tell me the total damage from all of them. And then we'll do the crit thing.
Let's see.
Normally I do that first, but you got enough guys to deal with.
D8 plus 2.
Everyone at home, just pretend there's 3 skeleton tokens.
48.
4d8 or 48 damage total
48 damage total.
from 3 bow shots.
Wait. Oop. Put the wrong number in there. Hold on. Sorry.
Are you shooting ballistas?
Yes.
If he could, he would. Don't give him the idea.
I can get siege weapons eventually.
Have fun
21.
carrying them. 21 damage. Okay.
He will try.
There will be a squad pushing it into position.
Obviously, this devil is resistant to the arrows, but still, it's a bunch of arrows into him, pissing him off a bit. And then, what does Richtofen, the great necromancer, do?
We're not doing the critical yet.
Oh, right. Go ahead, roll me that D100.
32.
Random item carried would have been dropped, but it's a devil, it doesn't carry anything. Or at least the barb devils do not. So, oh well.
How's he looking?
He has more barbs in him than normal, and those are bigger arrows. He's still steaming from the fireball, but seems completely unaffected by it. It has a few bolts in it from Koi.
Oh, then let's
Break
Cool.
the bolts.
cool him off a little bit with...
Remember, he's 120 feet away.
What is the range of this then?
He's on the other side of this wall. Essentially, he's at the other tower. So you guys haven't actually. This is Koi's best battle, really.
Yeah.
Well, nothing I got will really reach right now.
If you move up, it would be 90 feet away.
Okay, I'll move up then, and I'll cool him off with a chromatic orb of acid.
Okay, I'm just gonna say your skeletons stay with you unless otherwise stated, if that's fine with you.
Yes.
Because I'm sure you want to keep them around as shields. All right, so roll your to hit with the chromatic orb.
23.
23 hits.
Alright, and 17 acid.
Ouch. Okay. Guy's shutting down this Barb Devil. After Richtofen, we loop back around to Nyx. So this Barb Devil, you haven't gotten to attack yet. It just kind of walked out of the tower, mildly annoyed, threw fire at you, and then you guys threw a lot of stuff back at it. 120 feet away.
120, you say?
Mm-hmm. But 30 feet ahead of you, on the wall, is Richtofen with his Skelly Boys.
I'm going to call out Rick to duck as I fire off a chromatic orb. Love it. As I fire off a chromatic orb of lightning just over his head, and using a sorcery point to boost the range from 90 to 180.
I was about to ask, are you pulling a meta magic here?
That I am.
All right, roll to hit.
Let's see what we get here. That would be 18.
And 18 hits.
Woo! 3d8 of lightning coming up.
Nice.
Shocking.
Oh, we forgot the catchphrase.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that.
Well, you don't want to do your shock and awe?
Get shocked.
I thought that's what I was doing.
What was Static Shock's thing?
Put a shock to your system.
Yeah,
Shock
there
to
you
your
go.
system, yeah.
There you go.
15 lightning damage. Oh wait, did I say at level 2? I'm sorry. So I'm missing 1d8.
Okay, I already put down that 15. You can just tell me what the last one is.
2.
All right. Yeah, he's pretty messed up. All right. The only thing he seemed to have resisted damage-wise are the arrows from the skeletons. And that's pretty much it. Do you do anything else in your turn next?
I'm gonna keep up with Rhea, wherever she's running to.
She's right next to you. She didn't get to do anything.
No, well, that's what I meant. If she's running, well, I guess I wouldn't know if she's running anywhere until her next turn. So never mind.
Oh my god, get a room!
Okay.
Did that. Been there.
On her turn, she pulls out her crossbow and fires.
Wait, didn't you say she had a longbow?
A bow. Because unless you're a crossbow expert, there's no real point if you use the crossbow. And she misses. And she shoots again, and she rolls lower. And then Lulu is like, "Oh no! Whatever shall I do? He's so far away." And she uses her move to move right up next to him. And
then suplexes it with her trunk.
And he scowls at her, and he's just like, just talks to her via telepathy. But you guys, I'll just say you guys hear it for funsies. And it's like, celestial, grr. Go back to the upper planes, you stupid, golden, adorable creature. You don't belong here. And Lulu attempts her little tusk attack, but she does not hit. But she's right next to him now. And he seems fully focused on her now. And after them, it's Brakka's turn.
Okay, would it take my action to try and do a perception check to see if we're drawing any attention?
What is your passive?
Passive perception.
Wait,
is
I have it right here. 14?
15.
15. You're proficient?
So the earth-shattering kaboom
Actually,
earlier didn't
not-
notify him?
Not really proficient. It's just that my wisdom went up the last time we did it. Had an ASI.
Ah, that's right. You do notice that the 2 hellhounds are gone below.
Shit.
Uh-oh.
Shit. So time. She's gonna look at the others and go. Time to go. Lulu, finish with that thing. We're leaving. And it's gonna run for the rope.
You hear from her, okay!
Right.
So you head to the rope.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. After Brakka is the Devil's turn. So he's going to use all of his melee attacks on Lulu, because he really does not like Lulu. She's too adorable and nice and innocent. Can't have that. Ooh, he hits with 1 claw. Oh, and he gets a tail attack. Oh, but he misses the tail attack. Okay. And then, as he pulls off a bunch of attacks against her, but she's really quick and agile flying around, so he only gets 1 swipe on her. That's when, coming up the stairs next to you all is a... What do these guys look like? I'm trying to remember. I want to give you guys an accurate look of them. Okay, yeah, I was right. Okay, so you see a heavily armored soldier with a halberd, and he has like a weird helmet that seems to just be like a big bronze mask. That's 2 pieces, like one for the front of the face and one for the back. Coming up the stairs, and you see around his neck seems to be some kind of amulet, maybe? It's hard to tell from here. But coming up behind him are the 2 hellhounds. So, after the enemy's turns, it is Koi's turn. Now, these new friends that just showed up, that I do not have tokens ready for, are all the way on the other opposite side. It'd be really difficult to shoot them. They would have cover just because of the half-collapsed walls and such. And they're not really out in the open. They're still in the interior while you guys are in the exterior of the castle. I don't know why I moved Brakka's token. I meant to move a blank token. There.
Okay.
There we go.
I will shoot at the bird devil first.
Okay.
$20? No, not wrong.
Yes, you hit.
I will spend a superiority dice to allow Lulu to move without making an opportunity attack towards us.
Okay, she's right next to it, so she's gonna stay where she's at. I appreciate it, though. Thank you. This devil that just showed up, I just posted a picture in Discord. They look really
That's
weird.
just terrifying.
They look really weird in this edition. I'll tell you, they look nothing like this in the older editions. Still function the same, though.
That's terrifying. That mask is terrifying.
15 piercing magical damage. The second attack I will add sharpshooter.
Now it's 15.
Yeah,
Okay.
I will miss.
Still up.
I will miss the second attack, and I will just move to the rope now.
Okay. So, you move over and you're next to Brakka, next to the rope. The rope was tied to a archer's slit, so it's very narrow. It would be difficult for one of you to move through, let alone another creature squeezing through there with you would be impossible. That's pretty much what I'm saying.
Okay.
Excuse me while I pull up this creature's stats. As we move to, I believe, the other number 9. Yep, Richtofen. So Richtofen, a bunch of devils are showing up. This barbed one looks really, really, really hurt. Maybe another barrage of the Skelly Boy's arrows might do the trick. But you got 2 hellhounds and whatever this armored devil.
With a creepy baby face like something out of Bayonetta looks.
Yeah, they're creepy.
I got 2 13s and another nat 20.
What are you shooting at?
The spine beast.
Okay. The nat 20 is the only one that hits. But it's a crit that hits, so you can roll me that D100.
89.
All right. 89. Guess what? That skeleton can make a follow-up attack against that same target as a bonus action, so you can roll to hit again.
24.
That would also hit. So you roll the crit damage and you roll another normal hit damage.
Okay. And only one does it, so what was that?
So that'd be 3d8, I think.
Okay. $22.
Just barely still up. Is this Barb Devil
Acid splash.
on the Barb Devil?
Yes.
Let's see what his dex is. Oh wow, dirty 20. I'm pretty sure succeeds, as he just barely avoids it. And I'll say you moved it so it wouldn't have hit Lulu. And that's Richtofen's turn.
Yeah.
All right, back to Nyx.
All right. That creature is wearing metal armor, yeah?
Yes, yes, it is.
Also probably a devil.
Say again?
Never mind. I thought it was a different thing. Never mind.
Oh well, you can, I keep forgetting you guys were in Candlekeep doing research, so you already know what this is. It is a Miragon. These are souls of fallen soldiers, mercenaries, and bodyguards who served evil without reservation, and end up as Hell's Legionnaires. So they're the main soldier force of devils, essentially. I believe in older editions they were just literally called soldier devils.
And apologies, how close is he?
He's fairly difficult to hit from here if you're going to roll an attack to hit, just because he's coming up the stairway, and he's like on the inside, and you guys are on the outside. So he'd have 3/4 cover, and he's probably about 60 feet away. Actually, I'll say he's 45 feet away. Those stairs aren't that far.
Okay. Well,
They are not visible, but you definitely know there are hellhounds behind him because you can hear them barking, and the stairway is glowing orange.
ooh, okay. In that case, I'm going to close the distance, get to about 20 feet in front of that passageway, and cast Earth Tremor. I'm sorry, using a sorcery point to double the range to cast Earth Tremor.
Okay, wow. What do I do?
Each creature other than me, it's a Dex saving throw. On a failed, they take 1d6 and fall prone. And then
Are there any specificities? Like it has to be earth? Gonna be stone?
loose earth or stone,
Okay, cool.
and it becomes difficult terrain until cleared, regardless after my spell.
And you said it was a dex save?
Dex save.
All right. 15 and a 11 for the Hellhounds.
The 15 passes, the 11s do not.
Okay. And then the Miragon got a nat 20 and a nat 19 on its advantage, so
Lovely.
definitely passed.
Yeah. So he only I got max damage, so 6 total. So he only takes 3, but the Hellhounds are knocked prone and take the full 6.
One of the Hellhounds takes a full 6, or
Were they within the 20 feet worth of Earth Tremor?
yes, but you said the 11 was the only one that failed.
Right. I thought the 11 was was both of the Hellhounds.
No, 11 was one of them and 15 was the other.
Oh. Okay. That
Right.
makes sense. Then yeah, just the one takes full damage and falls prone. The others are unaffected and only take 3 damage.
Okay.
Sorry, that took me way too long to realize what you said.
No, you're fine. There's a lot of enemies. After Nyx are the NPCs. So Rhea immediately is going to run over to you and be like, "We got to get to the rope now!" As she shoots a longbow at the armored devil, but does not get through his armor. Actually, wait, no, she gets 2 attacks. What am I saying? She does not get through his armor. Lulu, on the other hand, is up against this horrible, horrible devil that is barbed. And Lulu gets a nat too. Poor Lulu. Alright, so after that, it is the enemy's turn. No, it's not. It's Brakka's turn.
Okay.
Brakka, you are at the arrow slit where the rope is with Koi.
All right. Can I see where my friends are currently engaged with these things? The Maragon?
Yeah, the only ones you can see are Koi, which is next to you, and Nyx and Rhea, who went back inside the castle towards those stairs.
Right.
You can see
So
them from this angle.
At least I can see them. And how far away are they from me?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 40 to 45 feet away.
All right, good. So that's within range. The things that they're fighting against is still within that as well.
You cannot see them at this angle.
Right. So I would like to place just like right in front of Rhea and Nyx so that they're not getting caught in it. I'd like to get my 20-foot square of entangle up.
Okay, and that's strength saves, right?
That is a strength save indeed. DC is 16.
Okay, one Hellhound made it. I'll say it's the one that wasn't knocked prone. Because that just makes sense.
Yep.
And the Miragon does not make it. So he gets entangled.
Nice. All right. So like she goes, "What the hell are you all doing? We got to leave now."
Do you you still have your move? Do you move on to the rope? Also, you're at half movement, climbing the rope.
I couldn't hold my movement, so could I until they get back here?
No.
It's just an action. Okay, I'm staying put until everyone is back here.
Okay. Then it's the enemy's turn. Barb Devil continues trying to get rid of Lulu. Nat ones. So let me roll that before I roll his tail attack. Because he might kill himself. This will be great if he does.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, actually, you know what? It would have made him move, and you guys are up on a wall, and he's at 1 hit point. So I'm just gonna say he went to swipe with a claw, and Lulu like ducked underneath him and did the classic like Hollywood thing where they like reach over and then you like kick him in the stomach and flip him over. And Lulu just like, because Lulu's flying, Lulu just spins. And
Nice.
the Barb Devil goes flying off the castle wall.
No, my balls.
We can recover them later.
Oh, sorry, I'll go get them. And Lulu flies down.
No, goddammit.
I love her.
She doesn't have a mean bone in her body. And then Rhea. Rhea's gonna shoot at the. Yeah, she'll shoot at the. Wait, it's not their turn. What am I saying? It's the enemy's turn.
Wait, Rhea, it is her turn.
No.
Yeah,
The Barb
never
Devil
mind.
crit failed on Lulu. That's why that.
Yeah, that's bad. That's
Yeah, it threw me off as well. Well, the Miragon isn't too happy about this. He's gonna try to. He wants to break free. He got a nat 20, so he breaks out of the entanglement as his action, and he moves towards Nyx. He gets right up next to you because you moved up really close,
Whoop.
even though it's difficult terrain. The one Hellhound that's stuck rolls. And what is yours? 16? Brakka?
16, yes.
Okay, it is still. Wait, is it still stuck? That's a strength. No, it is not. It breaks free because it just makes it. And it goes to move forward. But it had to take its action to do that, so it can't attack. And it moves right up next to Rhea. The other one, the last one, that is not entangled and is not prone, or was not prone, just opens its mouth and breathes fire, as Rhea and Nyx need to make dexterity saving throws.
Alright.
It hits its allies. Its allies are in the full brunt of this.
18.
You pass. Rhea got a nat 1.
Oh no.
No.
Give me just a moment. Okay. Alright, so she gets hurt pretty bad. And Nyx, you take 10 fire damage. She takes 20. Right. After them, then it's, I think, the NPCs. No, the NPCs went before them. Koi, it's your turn.
Can I see someone from my position?
You can see Rhea and Nyx getting hit by a spew of fire.
Can I see who is spewing the fire?
You cannot. You're pretty sure it's the Hellhound. You can hear it. It's got total cover from your angle.
Okay, and I will move the minimum necessary to see the thing.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you move back inside.
Okay. Oh.
And you see big armored devil with halberd and a hellhound move right up into melee, and another hellhound behind them that just got done spewing fire.
I would shoot at the one who didn't spit the fire.
Okay.
Okay. $22.
22 hits.
I will spend my superiority dice, the last one to nothing. To give advantage on the next attack against the Hellhound.
Okay.
14 magical piercing damage.
All right.
Next attack.
You were yay.
I will add sharpshooter. It's a 10. I'm probably sure it misses.
With a 10, it grabs the bolt out of the air and breaks it in its mouth and looks
No.
right at you.
I'm going to use action surge and attack twice.
That's definitely, it was asking for it. It was literally
Yeah.
asking for it.
Okay, sharpshooter, and it's 17.
That hits. So how dead is it with your sharpshooter?
Wow. Well, I don't know how much HP this has. I think if I did another 23 piercing damage, magical piercing damage.
Okay, you kill it.
I will use my last attack to hit the other hellhound.
Okay.
Sharpshooter and everything. Wow, 22.
That hits.
I keep rolling 19s. I'm so angry and happy at the same time.
It's because you were not a champion. If you were a champion, you'd never roll them ever.
Yeah, exactly. And that's 17 piercing damage.
Oh, okay. You get that one in its side, like where the ribs would be, and it seems to bleed out this orange, glowing orangish, almost flaming blood. And then,
Yeah, that's all my turn.
Richtofen, it is your turn. The Barb Devil is gone. Lulu went down the wall.
Bean.
You hear everybody else get into a fight in the area where there was a big organ that led downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
But currently there's no enemies visible. You can hear the combat, but you need to move around.
All right. From where I'm at right now, is that the inner wall or the railing, or is there like a courtyard below to the outer wall? I see. I'm looking at those two walls right there. I'm trying to figure out what that is.
That leads out to the balcony. You are not on the balcony. You're on the wall.
All right, sir. To my
To the right. Yeah.
balcony, and those are slits,
Yeah, those are
firing ports. Okay.
yeah, different area.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That door I will say is right next to it. It's this big double door.
All right, we're gonna move down towards the tower, set up in the doorway. Would my boys have line of sight on whatever's in there?
I'm just gonna say they have enough move that you could get in position and stuff. Where like the three of them are in front of you, and you all are able to visibly see this battle just fine.
Okay, so when I round that corner, what do I come across?
You see what appears to be some kind of, well, you know it's a hellhound, but a giant mastiff with ebony black fur and orange glowing blood just coming out of it, and it's got bolts in its head. You notice that on each side of its mouth is a broken bolt. Like, here's one half of it, here's the other half. You swear you can see like a vengeful tear from Koi.
Yeah.
You see this armored devil that was entangled. There's still entanglement going on the ground, like vines and stuff showed up. And next to it is another hellhound, which has bolts in it as well.
So wait, the one hellhound like resurrected?
No, there were two. One died. The one that was further away died. The one right next to the armored devil is still alive and well.
Okay, we're gonna focus down him with an arrow barrage.
Okay, fire away.
22, 23, 21.
They all hit.
And just go ahead and do the second damage. Get that out of the way.
As you all quickly learned, well, more from your Skelly boys, appears the hellhounds do not have the resistances to normal weaponry.
Nice.
And we're gonna put 24 damage worth of piercing damage into his face.
Ow. Ouchie, ouch. Actually, I think that's enough. You pin-cushion the hellhound and it's dead.
Down, boy.
All that's left is the Miragon, who's barely got a scratch on him.
Let's fix that, shall we? Do I have a clear firing angle?
we'll say he has like a big Spartan like mohawk helmet thing going, and it's still on fire from the hellhound. But it's just like a tiny little bit on the very top of it. It seems completely unaffected. But I'm sorry, what did you say?
If I've got a clean shot on him.
Oh yeah.
All right. And chromatic orb.
All right, roll to hit. Oh. You would have had advantage on that hellhound, but oh well. Because of the
Yeah, he
spear.
did.
Nice.
24.
24 hits.
And 23 acid damage.
Ooh, okay. You burn him pretty good.
That ends my roundabout.
Let's see. Yep, Nix, you are next. Right next to you, I should say right in front of you, is this Miragon. Melting in acid from Richtofen, who just went.
How badly hurt is Rhea?
She looks like she got burned pretty bad, but not fatal. She's not at 0 hit points or in single digits or anything.
Okay. In that case, I'm kind of pissed off at this guy. I'm gonna hit him with a lightning bolt.
All right. He's got to make a dex save, correct?
Yes, dex saving throw. 8d6 again.
He has advantage. You rolled a nat 1 and a nat 2. I love when that happens as a DM, personally.
Yeah.
I don't like it when it happens with players, but I do love it when an enemy fails on advantage. But go ahead.
27 lightning damage.
All right, you fry this guy, and as he gets fried by your lightning bolt, the mask on the helmet actually shoots off from the electrical current going through him. And
Shrapnel, get down!
Inside the helmet, you don't see a face. You just see a skull and what appears to have once been flesh, but now it's like a black tar ichor oozing out of the mask as it just falls over dead.
Nice.
And we're at end of initiative. For now. As all the enemies are dead.
To which, as soon as that happens, Brakka's like, let's go. Remember, there's things downstairs.
Let me grab my bolt.
Just then,
Quickly.
Lulu's right next to you, and we'll see Lulu has... How many bolts?
So, not counting the one that the Hellhound broke, I spent 8.
Okay. You're not
Including
sure,
the ones-
You're not sure how, but Lulu comes back with 9. 4 of them are silver, and 5 of them are just seem to be random ones that she found.
Okay.
Would I be able to recover any arrows?
Is there any crab flesh on them?
No.
Damn it.
Though those bodies are still perfectly intact. I'm rolling for your arrows.
Let's get off the tower.
You're able to... You lose 1 arrow out of all those arrows.
Nah.
If...
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your math.
Go on.
If we're moving past the fried crab men, how much
They're
crab
at the
meat...
They're at the other tower. The only one that's been over there
the
is
other
Lulu.
one. Okay, my bad. For some reason, I thought we were up there.
I mean,
Is
there's
that the-
one dead crab guy at the tower you're at, but that one took a bolt, which Clay was able to recover.
Right, and that's the one that's closest to us is the tower that has the rope we're going to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Let's go.
You're in the south tower. That was the north tower that the rest of them were at.
Right, my bad.
Okay. So you all take the rope and athletics checks as you guys climb the rope across.
Wonderful.
Oh, yeah, I'm good at that.
Dirty 20.
15.
Okay.
Another 19.
Nice.
22.
Where are they at? There we go. I'm removing a few tokens because we don't need them right now. I'll just keep the Lulu token as our group token. Why not? Just so everyone knows where we're at in the map. What did Nix get?
Dirty 20.
And what did Richtofen get?
14.
What did Skelly Boys get?
They got 11, 9, and 18.
Okay, so all of you are crossing, and one of the Skelly Boys was not able to hold his grip, and he falls.
No.
No.
Curly. Not Curly. No, Joe.
That's okay. Featherfall.
Wow.
You guessed, okay. As your skeleton was going to take the damage it would be most vulnerable to, you featherfall it. And it lands perfectly on the ground, seeming to not care that it was about to be destroyed. And it just stands there on the road, in the middle of the road.
Now, does it have to make another check to climb back up the rope?
No, we're going down
Nope.
down to it.
Oh, my bad.
You
Oh,
can,
shit,
okay,
if we were doing that.
with simple undead, you can only give them one command at a time. So just to show how the level of mindlessness they have, you pretty much were like cross the rope with me, and it was crossing the rope, but now it's not crossing the rope, and it doesn't have any instructions otherwise. So right now it's just standing there.
How many people does Featherfall typically affect?
I think
Wow.
6.
Quite a
I
few.
had that in a reserve in case we had to bound off the wall. That's why I was asking about the balcony. If we had to make a hasty escape.
Yeah, that was about a 50-foot drop. That would have been 5d10 or 5d6 bludgeoning
Yeah,
damage.
I was holding that in my back pocket as an exit strategy.
If
Yeah,
I'd
it
known
would've-
of that, we should have just jumped.
And
We
skeletons
would've-
are vulnerable to bludgeoning, so it would have been double whatever the damage was.
We would have only been able to get us, Rhea, and one of the skeletons.
Not really, because I can cast Fly on myself and lower somebody down going slowly.
That was
So we-
smart thinking, Richtofen, says Lulu, as she's been fluttering next to you guys the whole time. I will say she was giving you words of encouragement as you guys were crossing the rope. Wow, you're really good at this, you know, stuff like that. So you guys get across, relatively safe. I would say, bunker down into the building you're in. Do you keep the rope there?
So we should probably should we retract the line and have it so that they have a place to get out, just in case. If we leave it there,
Because
they might cut it just anyways.
Currently, it's
Yeah.
tied to the tower and to this building.
We might need it, I think.
Let's take it since they already know we're here.
Right. Something probably heard that fighting. Lulu, you think you can grab it?
Okay. So Lulu grabs your 100 feet worth of rope, we'll say, and you guys get that back. And as Lulu gets back with the rope and everything, that's when you see that white Abishai show up at the tower. And you just see its head peek through the arrow slit. It does not see you, for you're down below in one of the buildings.
Right.
And then
Would
disappears.
they have had how long did it take us to, or how long would it have taken them to get up there?
Not too long if they were in a hurry, but it didn't seem. It's hard to tell. You were looking through a very narrow window.
Did it take us a minute to climb down, grab the rope, and all that?
Yeah, but this was like maybe a few seconds before, or a few seconds after Lulu came back already.
Okay, and so I was just wondering if it had to walk through my entangle, because I would have still kept that up.
You would not have known unless you
Nah.
watched.
All right. Just curious.
So, road trip, says Lulu, as you
Yep,
guys
let's go.
walk onto the road. And
Actually,
make sure you don't trip as you guys move.
as we're heading there, let's stick to the what we were doing before, in and out of the buildings and the alleyways. Remember that thing is still riding around here.
Oh,
Probably
okay.
not a bad idea.
Yeah.
And
Nix
occasionally, sorry,
wasn't here for that, right?
No.
That's why I
But
said
you
it's
said
not a
that-
bad idea.
You saw the picture in Discord, the flaming knight
and
thing.
occasionally using Lulu as a UAV.
Yeah.
How many kills does it take to unlock a Lulu?
3.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Imagine what happens when we get 25.
I know.
The trumpet.
Tactical trumpet inbound. It's all over.
No, just watch.
It's
At
the
20
the trombone sound that they always do when like a big guy falls or something, that like brrrr. That's what I like to imagine
$60.
her trumpets sound like.
Yeah, let's keep going.
All right. Let's see. You know what? Yeah. So, you continue moving forward, going in between alleyways and such, and that's when you hear, or when you notice that an imp is talking to a halfling. And the two seem to be focused on each other. They don't seem to really notice you guys as they're talking to each other. The halfling appears to be wearing a white apron and a chef's hat, though the chef's hat looks really beat up and torn. Looks like a middle-aged halfling fellow, and he just like seems kind of like skeptical or something. You guys are far enough away that you can't really hear the conversation, but the imp is on his shoulder talking to him.
Hi, geezer.
Are we actually gonna try and?
He looks up at you, and he it's like, oh, and then the imp looks at you and sighs and flies towards you, but doesn't get really close to you guys, and just says, "Hey, back off, will you? In the middle of setting up a deal, okay?"
Go.
Does this imp look? Does the imp look familiar at all?
No.
Oh, okay. Just wondering if it was that one any of the ones we met in the house. Because I mean, between that and the barb devil, there have been a lot of really weird coincidences.
Me and Mr. Pebblehawk have no quarrel with you, so you can go off and try to not drown in the river Styx somewhere else in the city.
Okay. Thank you.
You do you, we do us.
All right.
Okay.
And the imp slides back to the halfling and pulls out a contract.
Before
And a quill.
the halfling takes up the quill, as really Brakka just goes, "Make good choices."
He seems to look down in shame, and he grabs
Don't worry,
the
there's
quill.
plenty of lawyers down
And he
here.
grabs the quill as you walk off.
Wait.
Um,
Damn it. It's against my better conscience. I would walk up to that and try and interrupt the deal. Ask him what he's trying to sign a contract for.
the shield says, "It's none of our concern. It's not worth the small fry."
Shut the hell up.
Wouldn't it be shut the here up?
Suit yourself. I can't stop you. So you walk up, and what do you say?
I ask him what's the deal he's trying to make. See if we can assist him in not having to sign a contract for it. If he's willing to divulge.
Mm-hmm. Trying to double check here. Oh, well, Mr. Pilster Pebblehawk here, poor fellow, running low on food. I was just going to set him up with a month's worth of food for him and his family.
At the price of what?
Not much, nothing he needs.
Let me guess, soul.
Maybe, maybe not. That's up to him in the end.
Out of character, are there places to buy food in this hellhole?
With a fallen city like this, probably very doubtful that there's
Yeah,
any
it's probably-
merchants.
It's probably been looted to hell and back, to here and back, I should say, by just desperate people and probably demons trying to do a war of attrition with just the population, like this little guy.
You can probably be sure that the Donner Party has been set up here as well.
Probably with all the bodies we've been seeing
Look at
in the
this
Minotaurs.
is good. I was hoping I could get a second opinion. This is the middle-aged halfling, and he goes to take off his hat, and you see that he is bald underneath the hat. He's got like the classic, like the sides and back have
Right.
hair, but he's bald on top, and he's just like, hello,
Hello, sir.
Pilster a pebble husk, as he puts out a hand.
Takes it. Brakka Wild Song.
It's slightly singed and scarred.
Does it look recent? Like the last day or so?
Last few days, maybe.
Is there anything you look at like I could heal?
Maybe, no, just looks like he's been through a bit.
No. Times that rough? You're willing to damn yourself even further? Potentially? Just glares at the imp.
I'll do anything to protect my family.
It's very honorable. Though, you do know the nature of this place and the things that live here, right?
I've seen enough for the last month I've been here. We've been here. Seen
Then
enough,
I'm s-
seen enough troubles. I don't want my family to worry about not coming back. Trying to find what little bits of stale bread I could find.
Then you know what could be awaiting them if you sign that, right?
Do not forget what is awaiting us if we do not hurry.
I know it's
Fair
waiting.
point.
I know it's awaiting. I know it's waiting them if I don't. A slow, painful death.
So you're just going to give up hope then? Even in this place, there's still a chance. That's why we're here, to try and help. To give people that chance.
Rhea reaches into her backpack and she pulls out all the rations she has, which is 5. And she says, I know this isn't much, but you should take this and leave that imp. Any deals that they make are never worth it.
Brakka nods. One deal already did all this. Let's not make it worse.
What devil is he talking to?
It's an imp.
Oh, yeah. As I thought. I will shoot at the imp.
Okay, roll to hit. As it was going to fly over and talk. As it's like, what? Uh-oh.
It's a 20 a lot.
You hit.
20 a lot.
Do you want to say you sharpshooter that?
If you let me do it retroactively, yeah.
Yeah, for this, yeah, sure.
So it's a total of 19 then.
19 damage?
19
No,
to
19
hit.
to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Every time I use the sharpshooter and hit, I deal max damage. It's 23.
Jeez.
Okay, you shoot it right in the chest, and it gets pinned to a wall nearby. It goes limp dead.
Nice shot.
Nice.
As it drops the contract to the ground, and the contract goes to flames.
Ah,
Just in case.
it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Trust me.
More souls saved from being damned.
Mhm.
Well,
Is it super far? Since they finished talking, I will try to record the both.
While
give me a
that's happening,
strength check, Coy.
yeah, because you pinned it to the wall.
I don't know.
Strength saving throw or athletics?
Check. Just check.
Strength saving throw, we'll go with.
It's the same from though. Wow. 20.
You get the bolt out.
Nice.
Okay.
You shake off the imp corpse.
Yeah. Can we eat those things? I will poke it a little bit.
I don't think so. Did we read up on anything on whether these things? I don't think we should because it's technically a sentient creature. But did we read up on anything? Out of character, did we read up on anything?
Wait, what are you asking?
Koi was asking if we could eat it.
If it fits healthy, I mean, or at least not
Poisonous.
poisoning or something. Yeah.
You can give me a survival check.
Just don't eat the stinger.
Do you want to? I can assist. I am proficient.
Yeah, assist me because it's a 14.
Okay. I will assist that. Or should I just roll separately?
I roll with advantage, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, if I
you
assist-
roll with advantage.
Right.
Yeah. That
16.
will be a 14.
Oh, 14. I mean, use a dagger to cut the middle of it, and you open it up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Does it smell as bad as a tauntaun?
No, it's a different kind of... It's like sulfur. It's just pure sulfur.
Oof.
But as you open it up, you notice that there aren't really muscles or anything to it. It's a very strange anatomy. And the weirdest thing you find in it is you can see there's clearly, like, there's a heart. A tiny little heart. There's no intestine tract. There's no lungs. There's some weird organs, but you don't know what they're for. But then you see that there's this sac, and as you opened it up, and you thought maybe it was like a pancreas or something similar, inside you find the strangest little bits where you look at them, and they're like maybe this big, and they're all clustered up into one little group, and they all seem to be on the same piece of sinew of imp. And each one looks almost like a fetus version of every type of devil.
Fuck.
I don't think you should try to eat that.
That's not.
This is 3rd edition. You guys can roll Arcana check if you want.
What?
Say-
People, I will need help with this. I will step back and let the
26 Arcana
casters do their
check.
thing.
As you hear the halfling dry
15.
heave as he goes around the corner.
15.
This is before you even get to that part, just you cutting it open. He was like,
Yeah, 15.
26.
okay, 15. You are able to make out that, like, yeah, this is like, here's an imp. Well, there's the only one that's missing is an imp, but you see like Barb Devil, you see Spine Devil, you see the Miragon with armor. Like the armor's actually part of them.
Did he just eat someone's miniature collection?
But Richtofen, with such a high Arcana check, you know that these are all the different forms a devil can be. They can be promoted and demoted at any time. These would become their new bodies. So pretty much they explode out of their old bodies. So this imp, hypothetically, was upgraded in rank, because devils are very lost, they're very different ranks, to a barbed devil, like what you guys just came to. The tiny little barbed devil one would expand to barbed devil size, and the rest of its body would just... And that weird organ sac would still have all those things in it, and it would regrow the imp one, just in case it got demoted back to imp again. It's something all devils have, from the lowest to the highest,
So it's a
including pit
promotion
fiends
organ?
and archdevils,
So it's a promotion organ?
essentially.
Could
Also,
we,
nothing in a devil is edible at all. It would probably kill you if you even put a mouthful in your mouth.
could this be studied in somehow to make higher demons demote?
No, because it is Asmodeus's will that these things happen. So it's more of like divine magic in the works. The most evil of divine magic, but
Yeah.
technically divine magic.
Well, now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Right, so we've just stopped this
I'll-
gentleman from...
I'll say you read that at Candlekeep from one of the many books Mordekainen had of some of his dissections.
Right, so now that we've stopped this gentleman, taken time. I was thinking maybe we can ask him some things, or maybe we should just get going.
I think we should get going.
Yeah, okay. Let's. We've given him some rations.
Sorry, I just couldn't let another soul make a contract like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Conscience is clear.
Okay,
Let's go
so
and make sure.
Rhea gave him all of her rations. She only had 5 left. What all would you have given him?
Given him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What do I have prepared today?
You don't have to. I'm just saying if you would have, he would have took it before going off.
Yeah, I figured the halfling would be fine with 5 days of rations for a full-grown human, so their whole family should be fine for a while.
Another big thing to keep in mind, which you probably realize as you come to the situation, there's nowhere to get food here.
Yeah.
Or
Well.
water.
It's a good thing we have the tuning fork of material plane.
Whenever I get to learn that ability.
Right. This is true.
we should probably just hurry.
Yeah.
I kind of agree.
If
But
we save the city, nobody's going to have a problem.
Yeah. Let's go. Sorry.
And now let's shoot imps on sight, or whatever things you do, like chromatic orb things on sight.
But not before we know whether or not we're walking into an ambush.
Yeah.
that would be useful.
On our way stealthily to the cemetery.
The city's descent into Avernus has taken its toll on this once beautiful chapel. Nearly all of the stained glass windows along the outside wall. Oh, wow. Jumping the gun here. I apologize. You guys head to the cemetery?
Yep.
Brain Cemetery. This 10-foot-high brass fence that once surrounded Ethereal Cemetery has fallen in numerous places, and a wide gate allowing access to the grounds has been torn from its hinges. Severed humanoid body parts adorn the spikes on top of the fence posts. Some of the body parts wiggle and writhe as if undead, twitching in concert with the lightning flashes from the companion. Cracked gravestones and crumbling monuments are scattered across the cemetery grounds, whose center is occupied by a chapel dedicated to Lathander, Torm, Helm, and Tyr. That once holy structure now glows with a fetid purple radiance. As you enter the grand cemetery, it is filled with undead. There are zombies, there are skeletons, there are, I believe, ghasts. Yes, and ghouls, and many other humanoid undeads roaming around the graveyard.
So basically a shopping mall for Richtofen.
None of them seem to acknowledge you as they just roam aimlessly.
None of them?
Not a single one.
Like we can walk up to them and just wave our hand in their face and they won't do anything?
Do you do that?
Time to press your luck.
Not going to. Let's
A
not.
zombie is stumbling in your guys' direction. It will collide with your group unless you guys move.
wide berth and move around it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not gonna chance this shit.
It bumps into a random grave and stumbles a little bit and then just keeps limping along.
This is disconcerting.
Let's Lulu, can you point us out where that the mausoleum was where you saw the priest?
Right there, the ominous purple glowing.
Of course it is.
I figured as much. Well,
Shall we?
Huzzah!
let's. 5 will get you 10. This is what started all this. Or at least as a way to end it.
It's
go
serene
on.
in a way.
Let's go up and let's be quiet.
I could use a short rest though before we get into trouble.
I have to admit, it's probably not a bad idea to find somewhere to hunker down for a bit.
Right? Sure. Well, how long did it take us to talk to the gentleman, though?
A few minutes.
All right. Let's find one of those nearby buildings and keep a lookout for a bit to get everybody to regain our strength. We did spend a lot of time fighting those things up in the grand hall.
Okay. You enter one of the many buildings, ruins of buildings, and it is empty.
Thank the gods. Thank the gods.
Okay.
So you take your short rest here.
Right. As we're doing that,
as you're
is there,
taking your short rest, the place does rumble and there's another earthquake. But I won't have you guys roll for it. It's just something that happens.
I was gonna say, as we're taking a short rest, is there any like fixed point on the horizon that Brakka would have seen when they first came that she could have used as like a gauge to see how far they're sinking? Damn.
Now, this is very peculiar and odd for you, as you being one of nature. There's nothing nature about this place. As you look off into the horizon, and it seems to be right next to you and far away from you at the same time. There's no real way of judging how far away that is. It's almost like the entire place is flat, and you're looking out to infinity.
This place is awful.
I mean, if it wasn't for all of the vomiting devils and zombies, it could be kind of... No, you're right. It's awful.
I think you could also at least get a cheap summer home here.
Richtofen is hell, says Rhea.
Don't try, Rhea. Just don't.
So Florida.
We've tried.
It's
Florida what?
There's
Richtofen was like, it's Florida. And I'm like, with Rhea, I'm like, Florida what?
Florida. I think it's an elven city.
I think
Yes, it's very warm.
I think that's somewhere in Schult.
A bunch of drunk elves running around.
It's in one of the darker parts of the Feywild. Just swamps and hags everywhere.
Jesus Christ.
And trolls.
Except for, but there are nice residents there. I know of a certain...
Homes for those hags.
And red caps.
Yes.
If you
Anyways,
pull the steak
moving on.
knife from the orc, you become the king of Florida.
All right, let's go back to the murder.
So you
to the
guys take
murder
a short
trigger.
rest. And you do your short rest things.
yes. Nix would be sharing his rations with Rhea.
Okay. She says, you'll probably need them. I'm fine.
Huh? Okay.
All right. Her stomach very audibly growls.
Okay. Basically forces it into her hand.
Give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
And this is why I brought hardtack and jerky.
For a second there, I thought you were naming off your skeletons again.
This one's hardtack. This one's jerky. Don't ask how he got that name.
19 persuasion.
She seems very reluctant, but she does take half your ration.
Good. No point having any warrior fight on a empty or even half-empty stomach.
There's probably a little bit of an argument that she was fighting for, like, why should I have food when there's people like that halfling starving here?
Because you're helping us and fighting these things.
And that was your persuasion. So she's
Yes.
like... so,
Army. Yeah.
then you guys head back to the Grand Cemetery. A bunch of mindless undead. Some of them are not mindless, actually. Those ghouls and stuff are not mindless.
But are they ignoring us?
But
all
they
the
are
same?
ignoring you all the same. In fact, you see a few of them piled over a dead body eating it.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm going to pull a Mad Max moment right here. This feels like a trap.
Yeah.
Let's
Richtofen
try
can
something
definitely
else.
roll me an Arcana check at advantage. It's your specialty.
I got this.
This whole area is your specialty.
Now watch me get a 1.
Well, you got advantage, so
Watch him get 2 ones.
23.
Hey.
For there to be this many undead, there must be some crazy channeling of negative energy here. And the fact that they're not attacking you means that something's controlling them and hasn't told them to attack. Because ghouls, normally they just eat everything. They're people that died from starving to death, essentially.
My comrades, I believe, are in the presence of a stronger necromancer in the region.
I'm sorry, is that jealousy I hear in your voice?
Give me time. I'm learning.
Yes, it's jealousy.
You see some pretty cool undead here that you probably wish were yours.
Making a wish list for Christmas.
No one else really seems to notice these ones because they don't have the eyes for it like you do. But there are shadows roaming around on the ground. A few of these zombies are not zombies at all. Some of them are rights. Now, rights, think of the Game of Thrones guys.
Ice walkers.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they are. These ghosts that look like evil spirits, they're like black smoke almost ghosts. And you know those are wraiths. Stuff like that. This isn't just like stuff that you can't make with a 3rd level spell undead.
Richtofen, can you talk to any of the undead?
I can talk to, but would they respond is the question.
That would be the important thing, just to ask them.
I could try to talk with one of the whites.
We allowed for the UA class feature stuff, right? That's how I have some of my druid spells.
For those spell lists that they gave for the revised class UA, yes.
Yeah. Did we do the same thing for Richtofen?
If you're allowed, it would be unfair if he was not allowed.
Right. So that means if you had the option to take it, Richtofen. Oh, what level spells did you take when we got 6th level Richtofen?
You're thinking Speak with Dead, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm thinking Speak with Dead.
I didn't know about that change, but I could get that one.
Yeah, because if you
That's a
didn't
second
already pick
level,
your,
I think.
it's a 3rd level.
Oh, okay.
It's a 3rd level. I just checked.
Okay, I can add that and use it then.
Did you already pick your 6th level spells though?
Did I?
Your 3rd level spells.
Yeah,
Oh.
you pick. Yeah, you pick 2 spells when you level up as a wizard. And we hit 6th level last session, so if you already picked them, you can't grab it. But if you hadn't picked them yet, you can grab it.
Oh, I did not. Okay.
Right. So all we need is a body.
Now, with Speak with Dead, that's Speak with Dead, not Speak with Undead.
Yeah, we have to find an actual dead body for that.
A not animated dead body, yeah.
Yeah.
The city's descent into Avernus has taken its toll on this once beautiful chapel. The one that has the purple glow. Since you guys are in here. Nearly all the stained glass windows along the outside have been smashed. The main doors hang open. No sign of any creatures in or around the building can be seen.
Well,
Are there any bodies in the building though?
In the building?
In
not
the
from
building,
What, not from what you can see. It's just, that's like the main...
the outside, the exterior.
trying to think of the word. The main visual...
Right.
the main landmark, that's what I'm looking for, that you see in this Grand Cemetery. The rest of it is gravestones and tombstones and mausoleums and stuff like that.
Right. Okay. Let's keep an eye out for any. We've seen like corpses of the city guard, right?
You've seen corpses of everybody, yeah.
Right. So we probably know what some of our Flaming Fist friend would have taken with him to this place. So let's keep an eye out for maybe some guard corpses or some paladin corpses or something for Richtofen to talk to.
The fresher, the better.
Richtofen, there are plenty of dead bodies around here, many cadavers that are not animated yet.
Any that look recent?
A mix. It's a mixed bag.
Like ones that have probably been like the last few days.
Some look past few days, some look more than that. You can medicine check, I guess, just for a general.
I will do just that because I do believe that I'm not proficient, but I got pretty good score. Ooh, but not when I roll like that. 8.
Could vary between. You're assuming most of these people died during the fall.
Yeah.
A lot of them don't look that fresh.
I'll do a medicine check as well. 16.
Pretty much the same conclusion.
Yes.
You can find a few fresher ones with that check if you really want something not as bony or gnawed on by ghouls.
Like, do we want to spend it to talk to something?
Well, since they're not attacking us, we could try to go a little deeper and see what's going on.
Let's do that then before we decide. I just think, yeah, let's just go.
You move up to that chapel
Mhm.
with the eerie
Yeah.
purple glow. So, you head up the main pathway. You see on the outside carved pillars resembling heroes of Ithriel's past decorate the white marbled patio leading into the main chapel. The dark mahogany doors are ajar, and the remains of the patio's windows have spread shattered stained glass everywhere.
What would it take to have those mahogany doors knocked down?
Did someone say mahogany?
I was thinking of equipping both of the other skeletons with the mahogany doors.
They're taller
How-
than you guys.
Yeah. I'd assume that these wouldn't even be tower shields. These would be just slabs of mahogany.
Essentially.
I mean, anyways, so yeah,
It is then that coming out of the pillars, you see forms. Some of them ghostial, some of them appear to be the shadows animating themselves as they start to advance towards you. But I believe Brakka has our highest passive. And you notice the one closest to the door, the pillar goes to the door, and one of those shadows goes in through the doorway. And while the rest of them move towards the group.
Are they advancing like aggressively?
Aggressively as we roll initiative.
All right. So we're throwing down here, boys. And girl. I said girls and yeah, yes, other.
you.
Assorted things.
Assorted is good.
They them.
Yeah.
Or
Let's
putting
just
it
go
in
with game.
chat or just
Uh,
telling you.
okay, one at a time. Koi, what'd you get?
18.
Nice. Nix, what'd you get?
14.
Nice. Richtofen, what'd you get?
And that 20.
So 20 or...
21 total.
Okay. Pretty sure you're going first. Brakka, what'd you get?
22.
Never mind.
Ah!
That's why I said pretty sure, not sure. I had their stats. Maybe. Because I still need to roll their initiatives. There we go. Ooh, they rolled bad.
Mm.
Oh, woe is me, and thank goodness for you. Boom. And then NPCs rolled really good. Alright, so up first, right out the gate, is Brakka.
All right.
They are all
Sure.
within move.
All right. So
Many,
I
many shadows. Many ghosts. Ghost-like, specter-like creatures.
how many are advancing on us?
You see You see 4 of those ghostly apparitions moving towards you.
Right. And when we saw the chapel, did it look like it had a hole through the roof, just out of curiosity?
No.
Yeah. Well, I can make
Most of the
one.
windows are completely shattered, though.
All right. Okay, so who would have been in front?
Probably Nix.
All right, so good. Okay, just so I know the marching order, who's up first to get a hit if anything goes bad.
Lulu would have also been up front.
All right. Actually, you know what? How far away are these things from us?
Within move.
Within move,
We'll
so
say.
about 30. It's about 30 feet away from us.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see that. Oh, right. Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna do this now, just for the sake of just doing this now. Brakka just bonus actions the club, and she just raises it to the sky, and her eyes just glow an electric blue, and just sparks of lightning snap off of them as she shouts, "Power of lightning, heed my call!" And a storm cloud, 60 feet in a 60-foot radius around that covers like us and the temple itself, appears. She casts call lightning and pulls down a bolt of lightning on top of the shadow thing at the center of the advancing party.
Correction. You do not form a cloud. You
Yeah,
shoot a
form a cloud?
lightning bolt from the companion above you.
The companion.
The giant black sphere of death that's looming above the city.
So
As you shoot call lightning, a lightning bolt from the companion under your control shoots down.
Nice. Okay, then yeah, this thing is the thing at the center of the group advancing on us, and everything within 5 feet of that point needs to give me a dex save or take 3d10 lightning damage.
I probably should have made these tokens a different color because they blend in like perfectly with these maps.
Yeah.
Oh well. These pillars are actually fairly far apart, but I'll say.
Then I'll hit the one that's the center
Do
of
you
the one.
do you aim for these shadows on the ground, or are you aiming for one of these specter ghost apparitions?
I'll go for the two that are closest to the group first.
Okay. I'll say it's one ghost and one of the shadows things.
All right.
Dex saves? Or
Dex
no, you rolled a
saves.
hit, right?
Dex saves.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, okay. 15
Fails.
and a 16.
That one passes. So one fails and one passes.
Okay.
So the one that fails takes 3d10 lightning damage, and then the other one will take half damage. Not that off things. That's fine. 6, it's 11. 17 lightning damage to the one that failed, and half that to the one that succeeded.
Okay.
So let's say 8, I guess.
They appear to resist it.
Damnation. Right. Both of them?
Both of them.
All right.
So the one that made its check barely got hurt. And the
Right.
other one kind of got hurt.
Right, that's it then. That's all I got.
All right. Sorry, I got a lot of ones to keep track of. Okay.
It's all good.
After Brakka is Richtofen. Hey,
right.
Richtofen.
Yes.
These are specters and shadows. They both like to drain things, and it's never fun.
No,
But it's
never
within
mind.
touch.
Shadows
Shadows like to drain strength. Specters like to drain health.
around us. Is there any fires in the graveyard?
No. Actually, I'll roll for it. Sorry, no. I mean, there's like the torch sconces. I'll allow those.
Where are the torches at in relation to shadows?
About 10 feet away.
I'm gonna try it. Control flame. Going to make it doubly bright and change it to look the color of the, like, try to get as close to sunlight as possible.
Okay. The shadow seems to shiver.
As I'll have my boys throw down with some arrows.
Okay.
Let's see.
What are they shooting at? They got a lot of targets. There are 7 targets. 3 of them are shadows, and 4 of them are specters.
We'll focus down the shadows.
Okay.
So one of them.
So they all narrow down and shoot at one target.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say they're shooting at the shadow that got lightninged.
Okay. 24, 19, 22.
All of them hit.
$16 piercing.
That is quite a bit. But the shadow is still moving. And there. And what does Richtofen do?
Well, I used control flame, but that's not going to count as the action.
Oh, right, that was your action. Alright, after Richtofen is the NPCs. So, Lulu flies up. And she attempts to She doesn't actually fly up very close. She just moves up so she's in front of everybody, and she shoots her trumpet. And as she shoots it, a bunch of sparks come shooting out of her tusk as she shoots her trumpet of sparkles. And quite a few of these creatures need to make con saves, which they actually all fail. Wow.
Nice.
And boom, you went from shadows are vulnerable to radiant.
Good to know.
You can clearly tell as the shadow seems to turn into light and then vanish. Yeah, that kills. Let's say she was aiming mostly at the specters, so she kills 3 of the specters outright, and she kills a shadow. With a simple toot. So now you're down to 1 specter and 2 shadows. One shadow got arrows and lightninged. Rhea will go after that shadow since it's injured. Ooh, she got a nat 20 and she hit on the first one.
Nice.
Got too many books. Okay. I just remembered. She's carrying a very important sword.
Yeah.
For those that don't recall, there was a sword that the Minotaurs had. A Holy Avenger sword.
Mm-hmm.
And Rhea has a hold of it. She's not a paladin, though, so she is not attuned to it, but it is still a magical sword, nonetheless.
I got a question. I just was rereading Call Lightning.
Yes.
It says that whenever I am outside and the conditions are stormy when I cast the spell, it gives me control over the existing storm, and under such conditions, the damage increases by a d10. Would I mean I have rolled 4d10 for that damage, or are we just
Yes.
gonna? Okay. Can I roll an extra d10 then?
Yep. Just tell me
Yeah,
what
it's
that-
extra 3.
Okay. So that's not much more, but I mean, it's more.
It's something to remember at least.
She vanquishes the shadow with her 2 shots.
Nice.
If it would have somehow survived, it would have been knocked back really far. Okay, all that's left is 1 shadow that has not been touched yet, and a specter who got a little bit of the zappies. Who's next? Hey, Koi, it's your turn.
I will move a little bit, backwards to get us a little bit away from these things,
Okay.
and I will just grab my crossbow. Look at all these magical people I travel with. Sigh, pat my crossbow, and just say, "Do your thing," and shoot at the shadow.
Okay.
Sharpshooter,
Fire away.
I think. That's 13.
A 13 hits. Tell me how much damage you do on this one. You might kill it 1 shot.
That's 20.
Yeah. You shoot the shadow, and it just fades off to nothingness. So all that's left is a single specter.
I will shoot at the spectre then.
Yes. Yes, please.
Sharpshooter
Please,
also.
please.
And that's a 13. No, that's a 12.
Still hits.
These things have terrible armor.
They don't have armor. That's why.
Oh, okay, that's 16 radiant. Radiant, no, piercing.
I was about to say,
Magic.
whoa, what bolts are you
No.
firing?
I was in Dio mode right now.
I like to imagine like the bolt, like the arrowhead, is just a tiny little lightsaber. Just bzz. Anyway, you hit it, and your silver bolt actually sticks into this incorporeal being, and it wreathes in pain. Looks like it hurt really bad. You hit it where its heart would have been. We'll say, since you were sharpshooting.
Yeah.
And that's Koi's turn.
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right, Nix, you're up. Then there was 1.
That's a whole hell of a lot happening in just a few seconds.
Mhm. I was worried. How foolish of me.
Yeah, I think just a simple chromatic orb of light. Did you say lightning was resisted earlier?
It seemed to resist it, yes.
Hmm.
It still has a little bit of the sparks spewing off of it, and it's got a silver bolt in its chest.
Okay.
Hair flowing wildly like it's in water or something.
Let's see.
You know the librarian in the original Ghostbusters? Kind of looks like that.
I got you.
Nice.
Okay.
Like
in
when
that
she
case-
does the spooky face. It just always has the spooky face.
I got you. In that case, I shall fire off a chromatic orb of thunder damage.
All right. Roll to hit. She appears like she was an elven librarian at one point,
Oh,
wearing librarian clothes and not armor.
Aw.
that's a shame. 24.
24
To hit.
hits.
3d8 of thunder coming up. 20.
She appeared resistant, but it did not matter, as her form discorporates.
Good to know.
Neat.
Yes, one of the very few creatures resistant to thunder damage.
Go figure.
Yeah. That's scary on its own right.
Yeah.
So, end of initiative.
Brakka is just going to just she's keeping the control over the lightning up, so her eyes are still glowing and sparking with electricity. She's like, one of them went inside.
Copycat.
Let's go.
Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Since you are holding it, the doors get kicked down as 3 minotaur skeletons appear from inside.
All right.
And I guess we'll go to Brakka. We'll just start over on initiative.
All right. Are they all grouped together, or are they?
We'll say they're large size. So currently see one at the door
All right. So I'm going to
or
direct
the doorway.
Right. So controller of the lightning is back up. Just moves hands like a conductor and just like funnels it at the one in the doorway.
Okay. You can
So
see his friends through the windows that are broken.
Right. So then him and everyone within 5 feet of him needs to do dex saves.
I'll say one of them was close enough for that. So,
All right.
dex saves for the big horned scaly boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they definitely fail.
Ha. Yes. All right. So that is.
Each of these minotaurs have great axes covered in blood.
That is 24 points of lightning damage.
Hoo boy. I know who they're going after first.
Good thing I've been hanging back.
Large size, great axes.
Oh, lovely.
Richtofen.
Are they close together?
Yes. The only one that you can target is the one right at the door, but there seem to be others behind it, within 5 feet of it.
Good thing acid splash those things next to things.
All right. I'm gonna first open up with a salvo of arrows.
Okay.
$17, $24, and 18.
They all hit. Thank goodness this is an older edition, so your arrows wouldn't have done nothing.
19 on the first one at the door.
Ooh, all right.
And
It's barely holding itself together. I'll say all the 3 arrows hit its head. So it's like tink, 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 and its head like spun around.
well, then I'll try an acid splash to the face.
Okay.
For some reason, now whenever I think of these things, my brain is imagining Dry Bowser.
Oh, I'm thinking more of the Breath of the Wild skeletons.
Ooh,
Nice.
Like this is a Mokoblin skeletons, kind of.
nice.
Also good.
You'd have to do a dex save with the acid splash.
Oh, right. And that's acid splash. Is that the one that has like within 5 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So his buddy's gonna as well. Hey! They both definitely fail spectacularly. First, I've already had a saving throw, and one of them rolled a nat 1. I forget what it was for. But then for this, they rolled another nat 1.
5 acid damage.
Okay. You've messed up these Skelly boys pretty good. Well, more specifically the one up front. And that's Richtofen's turn?
Yep.
Toy, you're up. Wait,
NPCs.
sorry, NPCs are up. Rhea runs up with her sword and attacks the one in the front. Because she's pretty much right there anyway. And she got a nat 1.
Oh,
no.
Bye-bye, Holy Avenger. I joke, but I hope I'm joking. All right.
You're not the only one.
God damn it. She swings her sword, and it goes flying into the room.
Well,
And she goes, and you hear her really loudly say a word that I can't say on a not mature content stream. So,
Demonetized.
yeah. She says, she's like, Ash demonetization. And then Lulu goes. And Lulu's like, don't worry, we'll get it back. And Lulu flutters over next to her and attacks that skelly boy with her tusks. I don't think that's going to hit.
COPA violation.
Actually, no, it does hit. Oh, sweet.
Yes.
Her tiny little celestial tusks. And she does
Poke.
max damage.
She's gnawing at him.
Sorry, imagine she has got like the cute little I don't know. She's got a cute little voice, and just imagine her going like, nah, 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 nah. It's really funny. She does 6 damage. So, I mean, hot damn.
Damage is damage.
Kudos to her for trying. That was max damage, by the way. Then I think it is Koi's turn. Yes.
Still up.
Oh yeah.
Well,
They're Minotaur skeletons. They're big boys.
okay. I will shoot at it then.
Okay. You're pretty sure one of your shots will probably end it, though, if you're sharpshooting.
I will sharpshoot, of course.
Unlike regular
Okay.
skeletons, these things drink their milk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, it's a 12.
It hits.
I like this game.
Yeah, isn't it fun in hell? I mean, you hit everything. Yeah.
Okay, that's at 19,
Apparently, Corey's having a hell of a good time.
22.
Mhm.
Yeah, you
Piercing.
the skull completely shatters as your bolt goes straight through it.
Headshot. Sure. Okay.
Exactly.
Do I see another one of these?
Yeah,
things?
now that this one's out of the way, and its large great axe goes clank, clank, clank on the ground, and the rest of the bones crumble to the ground, you can see another one right behind it that you can fire at.
I mean, if life gives you lemons, I will sharpshoot and try to kill them.
Okay, Mega Man.
Find someone that life gave vodka to and have a party.
That's a 17.
A 17 hits.
I will expend one superiority dice to give advantage on the next attack against this Minotaur.
Sweet.
And it just
Wait, would these be called... You know, I'm calling them Skeletars.
Skeletors.
Well, it's
That's
too close to
like Borderlands
Skeletor.
Inspiration
go.
point.
I would have gone for Marotars.
Marotars works better, yeah.
Sans, they want my spaghetti.
25 piercing magical damage.
20... Oh, holy crap. Okay, wait a minute. You
It
might
was
have down...
sharpshooter plus the maneuver.
Okay, it is not down, but it is really close. As you're pretty sure if it could talk, it would have said what I just said. As like, you guys just look back, and Koi is just holding the heavy crossbow, and somehow there's just like smoke coming off the end of it.
Yeah.
Right? From the friction.
I-
You heard
What
like
did you load on that
you
thing?
heard like a like a shotgun blast from her crossbow.
Patriot arrow.
Yeah. After Koi, we go to Nyx. And there appears to be this one, and there you see at least one more behind this one.
So what you're saying is that they're in a line.
Yes.
You have advantage, by the way.
Yes, you do.
Oh, well, thank you.
If you do Lightning Bolt, it wouldn't work for Lightning Bolt.
Oh,
Because
it
Lightning
wouldn't?
Bolt's a saving throw for them, not a to hit.
You're right. You're right.
You don't have to use that advantage, I'm just
No,
saying.
yeah, you don't have to. I mean,
Yeah, you
No,
just,
but-
spend a superiority dice, it's fine.
I do it for the damage, actually, so...
You heard him. No guilt at all. At all. Totally.
No, but
As I get thrown out of the game.
thrown out of your own game. That's impressive.
Lulu's like, okay, I'm Dungeon Master now. Everybody wins.
I like her style.
So
We stay in Mount Celestia and have a tea party. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna throw an ice knife at level 2.
Ooh.
Throw away, you have advantage.
First one. It's a 17. Second one is nat 20.
Hey!
Nice. Ayo.
Hell yes.
Okay,
Everyone
D100.
said, "Shake shelter."
You can thank Koi for the nat 20.
I certainly do. Thank you very much.
Just watch that entire corner of the building is gone.
Goy is like, attack the bones. It's the weak spot.
But they're all bones.
Then you can't miss. Okay, so 100 or D10 first?
We'll go with the 100.
Okay, 100. 42.
Okay. If it was able to hear, it would be deafened.
Oh.
That's like the most useless one on that chart.
It figures. So is it 2D10?
It's
Or is it the-
2d10, and then
And
your
then-
ice damage is double that ice
Oh,
cold damage dice. I'll roll for him and his friend on the next save, though I don't think it'll matter. What's your spell save?
spell save 14.
Wait a minute, do they have? Darn it, both of them passed on the cold, but it doesn't matter. How much damage did you do?
Okay.
For
So
piercing.
14 piercing.
Okay, that destroys that Minotaur. Skeleton. The Minotaur.
Next.
4d6 for his friend.
Mm-hmm. Well, he takes half because he made the check, unfortunately.
Right. 16 for the explosion.
Alright. And that's Nix's turn, right?
That is correct.
Alright, I think it's finally their turn. Yep, it is.
Well, his turn.
Well, I said there because doesn't really have a gender anymore.
Like we could tell by its pelvis bone, probably, but
Not probably.
this-
I hope you're not trying to advantage to that right now.
Let me roll an investigation check.
no, I'm just being a goof.
I know. Richtofen, it's definitely a she.
No, the White House came back. It's a he.
You can tell by you
okay.
can tell by the hip bone. The Minotaur charges the first person at the door, and I'm pretty sure Rhea is the one at the door because she ran up for melee. So it attempts a charge attack with its frosted horns. Rolling a hit. Got a nat 1.
calcium charge failed.
As
Please tell me
you seem to have brittled its bones.
Please
Cold.
tell me it explodes itself.
Osteoporosis strikes again.
We'll see. 80. All right. What does 80 do?
Oh shit.
That's what happens when you try to swing
The
a
extra
great
ice in its horns adds more weight than it expected, and its head slams to the ground as it's running forward. And it actually hurts itself, taking a D8 bludgeoning damage. And since
hurt
it's a
itself.
skeleton and it rolled max on the D8 damage, and it's vulnerable to, it takes double that. So you hear horrible cracking sounds as the horns break and sunder as it drags its head on the stone floor.
It just skids to a stop right at Rhea's feet.
Yeah. I think that's
Curb
all.
stomp him.
Yeah, that's its turn. Okay. Brakka.
Does it being prone do anything to its dex saves?
Oh no, it's not prone. It dragged its head on
Oh.
the ground.
Right.
It says that in the process of doing your attack, you like ground your attack and you deal damage to yourself.
Okay.
That would be
Right.
rather impressive to see a Minotaur still on its feet bash its head into the ground in a charge.
At the end of its turn, I'll say it lifted its head up,
Okay.
and that's when you see like one of the horns is bent sideways and stuff.
Horns impaled. He's like feet dangling up in the air.
How far away is it from me?
Let me remove some tokens since they're completely gone. Let's see. From you, it is about 30 feet away. It's in the doorway.
Okay. So I've already got this on my club. Anyway, I'm going. Brakka runs up and.
Oh wait,
just
no.
wait-
I'm sorry. It was trying to charge. I apologize. It's outside, right next to you guys.
No, so it is right next to us. It's within like walking distance to it. Like
Yep.
I don't have to like move full move to it.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna run up to this thing and take my shillelagh war club and try and slam on it.
Okay.
And so it isn't prone. So
Normal attack.
it's just normal attack. All right. Let's say this is with Shillelagh, so this is a 27 to hit this thing.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
So that is a D8 plus. Where's my D8? Where's my D8? Here's the D8. So it's a D8 plus. That is 9 magic bludgeoning damage to this thing.
Ooh, okay. There's a very satisfying crack as you hit it. And
Nice.
you deal even more damage than it did to itself. Quick maths. Okay. Still up, though. You completely decimated its ribcage, though.
All right. And so, has anyone gotten hurt in the ensuing scuffle? Is Rhea looking bad?
She's still a little hurt from earlier in the day.
All right. I will then bonus action use my. I'll use my Boundless Spirits to give her. Does she look like she needs two heals or more than that?
Probably 2 would be fine.
Yeah, I'll drop 2 of those on her then. So that is up. That's yeah. So that's 3 HP plus and 2 temporary HP.
Okay.
And that's all I can do.
All right. After Brakka is Richtofen. It's outside. It's outside.
That's about it.
The head
Oh,
looks very injured.
Oh, since it's at this range, our boys will go up with their glaives for an attack.
Okay. Scaly boys move up with Brakka.
22, 18, 16.
They all hit.
And that's the glaives.
We're JoJo me again.
22.
All right. They smack it till it falls down.
And stays down.
Mm-hmm. And you have cleared out everything that this chapel just threw at you.
Besides that one specter we saw float in there.
It was a shadow.
Oh, shadow. The shadow we saw float in there.
Yes.
So, what would it take for Richtofen to raise one of those Skeletors?
We'll
Maritars.
see. We'll
Whatever.
see. But first, we'll take a little break, a mid-session break.
Oh, good.
Yes.
So
Good.
we'll be back in a few. Everybody, stay tuned.
Sorry.
You're fine. Welcome back, everybody. So, when we last left off, you guys just got done fighting a shit ton of undead. Lots of minotaur skeletons. Quite a few specters and shadows. But one of the shadows went inside the chapel. So, what do you guys do?
I think we should go further in.
Yep. Time to go inside.
Let's go.
All right.
I also
so,
think we should retrieve Rhea's sword.
Mm-hmm.
yes, it is in there.
Probably went flying and impaled the other specter in the back.
As much as she does not want to admit it, probably. How she failed so bad.
There's probably some blood on the hilt.
Oh, we'll fell our way upwards.
She appears that she didn't take any physical damage,
Just emotional.
but quite a bit emotional.
It was a crit.
So, Lulu and the Skelly Boys and Nyx will be the ones up in the front, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys go in, do flavor. Wonderful, wonderful flavor. As I gotta reopen my book. Apologize, because I had a cat on the bed and I didn't want it to rub his face all over the interior of the book.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. This once beautiful main area of the chapel is littered with broken furnishings and splintered chairs. There's stained glass windows have all been smashed, though one remains mostly intact, where it's fallen whole to the floor. Depictions and representations of the god Torm, placing a golden helm on the head of a man kneeling before him. Outside of the shadows does not step Minotaur skeletons, because you killed them all. As you enter this big, grand room, you can see in front of you there is the there seems to be a room with like circular walls, and in the doorways are curtains. They're as tall as the entryway rooms that seem to be covering up what's inside. And there appears to be more if you just walk around this room with the curtain doors through this chapel, if you wish. Oh, obviously, the Holy Avenger's just sitting in here, and Rhea quickly picks it up and sheathes it.
Okay.
Let's make sure we scour the whole place and see if we can find that way in further into the mausoleum where their contact might be. Then we'll check out that weird place with the curtain. Is the light coming from the glowing light we were seeing? Is it coming from like underneath the curtains? Like, can we see it from underneath the curtain?
No. Now that you're inside, you're pretty sure it's coming from behind the place.
From behind the
chapel
mausoleum
that you're in.
Okay.
As you move further in to the chapel, you see the smashed remnants of fine furniture and the remains of stained glass windows strewn across the area. Wow. Thanks for saying what I literally just said. Sections of one huge stained glass remains intact. Is this literally the same? Oh. No, this one is different. The window that is still mostly intact on the ground portrays Lathander, the Morning Lord, the god, the priest, the son of the Forgotten Realms, standing amid fallen soldiers, holding his hands aloft as the spirits of the dead rise to stand at his side. Though this place is in such ruins, you can't help but still feel a slight bit of holy presence. You think that maybe if you wanted to pray to a god, this would probably be the best place to do it.
Yeah.
Right. Well, while they're walking and looking around, Brakka will probably just mutter a quick prayer to Maliki. Ask for guidance and that her friends are protected, that she will do her family, the spirits of her family proud.
Okay. Since I gave you guys this map, you were in G3 right now. The big main area was G2.
Bingo.
Exactly. And G4 is that area that seems to be closed off by curtains. Those are the weird squiggly lines are. They're curtains on the map. But
Is it taking us?
now that you moved into this back area, where the Lathander window pane is, there is double doors leading out to the back. And as you pray, Brakka, give me a religion check.
Religion check. Gosh. Natural 20 for a 22.
As you pray, the rest of you see in front of Brakka a light appear. And the light seems to become brighter and brighter, and it seems to take shape. When suddenly, as the light fades off, in front of you, Brakka, you see a quarterstaff. A powerful looking magical quarterstaff, themed after Lathander, in front of you.
Brakka is just going to blink a couple times and then slowly reach her hand out to touch it.
You feel its celestial holy morning lord goodness automatically attuned to you, as it is a +2 quarterstaff.
Whoa.
I don't know if applying +2 requires attunement or not, but if it does, you automatically attuned.
Ah,
You feel for a brief moment as you attune to it that if you wanted it to be a different weapon, you could. And it would be a +2 version.
wow. I'm just gonna look to the stained glass window and just nod and just say thank you. And just put it on the back, ready to go. Back there with this. Actually, she will. Yeah, just keep it as it is for now.
You
Okay.
order up another one of those?
I don't think that that miracles work that way.
Yeah, you actually have to pray to a god.
But,
You know?
but I subscribe to Miracle Prime.
How many inspiration points would have that been for him so far?
Lathander would have gave him 1 for that. That's pretty funny. The Morning Lord has a pretty good sense of humor.
Mm. So, that
So
was neat.
and there's double doors that lead out to the back here.
Wait,
And there's this curtains. And there's the glass pane that this +2 quarterstaff seemed to magically just appear from after Brakka prayed.
Right.
So, is there anything of note other than the magical stained glass?
In this room? No.
Then I say we go out the back door.
Should we take a look at the curtained off area?
I thought we did.
I don't think we did.
Nope, not yet.
Okay, then yes.
You open up one of the curtains, and it connects to a chamber to the other areas of the chapel. Shattered wardrobes and dressing tables, as well as a number of smashed mirrors, suggest that this was once where priests prepared for their daily services. Spiral stairs leading down are guarded by 2 creatures with insectoid features. Each one is armed with a wicked trident.
Well,
As you open up the curtains, coming also in this room is a certain individual. Whoops, sorry, microphone. And he wears priest's robes. He looks Cholton, I guess, in descent, like mixed between like Egyptian and Nigerian mix, I guess. He's got a fairly long face, long nose to go with it, angular eyes. Something seems very off about him, though. He does not look human anymore. And I'm going to send you guys a picture of him.
uh-oh.
Oh,
Yeah, there he is. And he says, "What brings you into my chapel?"
Whoa.
And for those at home, let me just switch over to his picture.
Oh, okay.
oh boy. Can we see the thing on his around
As
his?
you see, his hands seem to have longer nails than normal. They're all like claws. As he grips his fists, as he looks angrily at you.
Can we see the symbol on his chest?
Yes, it is the symbol of Lathander.
I'm gonna make sure that I'm holding my I would have used the staff to part the thing, and so I'm just holding that and like we came here looking for people to help fix what's going on with the city. We're from Baldur's Gate,
Double check.
or at least we came from there.
I assumed as much. Get them, he says, as we roll initiative.
Oh God, damn it!
Oh, shit.
As him and these 2 fiends, these insectoid fiends, with tridents, pursue. So let me move my buggy boys. And I'll just put him right here, and you guys were over here. Wow, you have a huge party.
Well, you keep giving us NPCs to tag along with.
That is true. And one of you can make NPCs.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sorry. What'd you guys get for... Or... Koi, what'd you get for initiative?
Not 20.
So what's your total?
22.
Ooh, okay. Nix, what'd you get?
16 this time.
Okay. Better than last time.
Indeed. By 2.
Mm-hmm. Richtofen.
9.
No, you have to tell him what you got.
9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9.
Fine. Somebody else roll for him.
Brakka, what'd you get?
I got a 16 as well.
Okay, Nix, I think, goes first.
Yeah, I think Nix is
No,
the higher
actually,
dex.
Brakka, you have better decks.
I have better dex than Nix.
Mm-hmm. Nix is
My dex-
14, you have 16. Right?
My dex is, I believe. Yeah, my dex is 16.
Thank goodness for the overlay. That's the only reason I know. So, Brakka 16 the greater. NPCs got pretty decent. And enemies, unfortunately, got even better.
Ah, god dang it.
So, up first is Koi, as he's clearly going to attack you. He's about
I-
20 feet away from you, Koi.
And the other two, the same?
The other two are a bit further away. They're at the stairs,
Okay, I
lead
will.
downwards.
Okay, I will attack at the guy.
Okay.
Debating on using sharpshooter or not. I will.
He looks intimidating, to say the least. Oh, yeah, he has
Oh, yeah.
dreads. How did I miss saying that? He has some pretty nice dreads, and he
Pretty
even has a
good dreads.
beard that is 3 dreads.
This gentleman is very badass.
He's very
Yeah.
dreadful. Oh, sorry.
Mhm.
Sorry.
-1.
Another natural 20.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
Maybe throw the S word on stream. Whoops. Okay, so
Demonetized.
what did you... I think they allow you 1. Oh, no, if it's after the first minute, so we're fine.
Oh, that makes sense.
Lluis, what do you get for the D100?
Oh, I didn't roll it. I forgot about that. Okay, that's 51.
Okay. Can he be... Let me double check. Okay, he is immune to being poisoned, but you hit him right in the pancreas, so it explodes.
Oh.
Jeez.
Shitty Christmas.
That's great.
Yeah. So I double the die, right?
Yep.
I will use a superiority dice because it would be full not to do it right now.
Yeah, you do double that superiority dice damage.
And I will move, well, as politely if anyone can reach the guy with the movement, right?
Yes.
On its turn. Okay, then I will give advantage to the next one who attacks.
All right.
So that's a total of
Total of a lot.
34 magic of piercing damage.
Damn. Okay. He grabs his side, and he's just, ah! He looks at you very angrily.
I will shoot again.
As he looks at you in his teeth, he goes to sneer. He's got like the, was that late 90s Headless Horseman movie? Where the guy like filed his teeth so they were pointing.
Sleepy Hollow. Yeah.
Yeah. Sleepy Hollow.
Yes. He's got those kind of teeth. They're not super elongated or anything. They're just pointy.
Creepy.
Yes.
Okay, regular shot. That's 10. I'm pretty sure it misses.
I'm pretty sure you're right. Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Action surge, and I will attack again.
Okay.
What are you gonna do when you piss him off? Piss him off some more.
16.
16 hits.
Okay.
Sorry, y'all. I just realized how loud that was.
No, it wasn't.
What was that?
Anyway. 9 piercing damage.
Okay.
And their last one
Mm-hmm.
with sharpshooter. I'm feeling lucky.
A button appears. It just says, I'm feeling lucky.
Which maybe I am.
That was easy.
17. It hits. Right?
You hit with a 16, I think. Yeah, you hit.
Ah, yeah, right. 17 more.
Okay, just so you guys know, Koi just dealt 60 damage. And, you know what? I'm going to have him roll for it. There's a variant rule. Oh, he nat one. You leave a permanent lingering scar. One of your bolts you cannot retrieve, but it is stuck in his lower side and gives him pains forever.
Nice.
For all eternity.
Which may not be so long for him.
No.
That's Koi's turn.
Yeah, that's literally everything I can do.
Okay. That's going to be a hard act to follow for everyone else. But
Yeah.
up next is his turn.
Oh boy.
He heals. He heals some of that as you see some of the wounds close up.
Motherfucker.
Exactly. Exactly. As he is definitely you're numero uno, buddy.
I imagine. And I missed one.
Yeah, he gazes at you quite angrily as you'll need a Constitution saving throw.
Oh. Oh, I'm good at those. 11.
You fail. And because you failed, you take a lot of necrotic damage
Nice.
as he stares to your soul.
So I guess it deals less damage than I did.
And not actually, he didn't do that much. Sucks to be him. He only does 12 necrotic damage to you.
Oh, okay.
And as he does that,
Oh.
coming up from the stairway, the spiral stairway from below. Did I make that token? I don't think I did.
No.
That's fine. I made the other. No, I did. Sweet. You hear clittering, clattering as the insectoid, human fiendish things with tridents were getting ready to advance towards Koi. Turn around, and immediately you see a giant, something spiky, just a blur of it going like from the stairway. And you hear like from some really weird language. And we'll see if this hits. No, it does not. So the insectoid guy, soldier guy, dodges out of the way. Let's see. I have his stats up. Does he get one attack? Oh, and then right after you see that blur, you see two more. And this time you're pretty sure you just saw claws as big as these insectoid creatures. Oh, okay. Good news and bad news for this creature. Good news is it hit with its attack. The bad news is it nat one on the other one.
Uh-oh.
So you might be able to see with this ominous, big, giant creatures, depending on what it gets on the fail. 59. It recoils as it loses its balance or something, and it moves back down into the stairway a bit. Whatever it was. And those bug guys look hella distracted. And I'm going to have them use their tridents to attack whatever's coming up the stairs.
This is an odd feeling. Combat that we're not involved in.
Right?
Just looking up at
That's somehow
stats.
it feels like it's going to be a pain in the ass for us later.
Oh yeah, these insectoid humanoids, they have 4 arms.
As you do with the insectoids.
Mm-hmm. One of them, you just hear like a bring as it just disappears. And then another one attacks with both its trident and its claws at something in the stairway, as you hear a horrible screeching sound from below. Oh boy, do you, because it just nat 20'd.
Yikes.
Your freaking dice!
Team Devils are at it tonight. Alright, so. Well, I mean, it's the Avernus dice, so of course they would have the Devil crit.
Of course.
82. Well, whatever it is hit the stairs can't take opportunity attacks.
God damn.
Alright, so that was a very busy turn for me. I apologize. It is... Oh, darn it. I say that, and now it's the NPC's turn. Okay, so... Rhea, seeing something's going down, tries not to get too distracted by the stairway, and actually tries to use it to her advantage, as his bodyguards seem to be busy. And she runs up to this guy with the Holy Avenger. And he looks shocked at her sword. He's looking directly at her sword as she swings at him. And he's like,
Here.
"Where did you get that blade?"
Here, take a closer look.
And she got a nat.
Advantage.
She got a nat 20.
Oh.
Yes.
She hit with both, by the way.
Jeez.
Here, take a closer look.
Oh, holy shit. Okay.
There's another one.
Hey, yep. No, we've done a few swears. It's fine. Hey, hey, Koi.
Yeah.
You are so inspired by her crit that you get an extra attack
Yes.
Right now?
right now as a reaction, if you want.
Oh yeah, of course.
Against our this guy or against the bugs or
I guess this guy.
okay.
Can I add the things or?
Yeah, it's an extra attack.
Okay, then.
One single attack.
Yeah. 17.
That's with the snipe.
Yeah.
You're good. You hit.
Yeah. 2010.
Oh yeah, I need to roll her damage too.
17.
Oh my. Just need Rhea and Koi. That's it.
Just deleting this man.
Yeah.
I got pretty powerful at level 6.
Oh my goodness. She's two-handing the Holy Avenger, by the way. She deals 25 damage.
Jiminy Christmas.
I thought this guy had a lot of hit points. Never mind. And Lulu, seeing that this guy's, she's like, "Oh no, you're a meanie! How dare you go against the Morning Lord? Take this!" And she like flies over, and she angles herself perfectly, so it's a nice, convenient line between her, this guy, and the bug guys at the stairs. And she goes, and you see her cheeks swell up, and she goes, and she does her little trumpet thing. Trumpet thing.
Sparkles or blasting?
Oh no, this will be blasting. She'll definitely be blasting for this. Actually, no, because he's undead. She'll use the sparkles, since it seemed to work so well outside. Con saves for everybody. Well, all the bad guys, anyway. They all made it, but that's just fine, because he was vulnerable. So, he takes a sparkle ton of damage. As he's like, the glitter, it burns! Ah! And then... Sorry, I just have 50 tabs open. Give me a moment.
That's fine. I'm wondering how the rest of this combat's gonna go.
I might as well just sit back, is what it seems like to me.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Not complaining, mind you.
Okay, they are not vulnerable to Radiant. These bug guys. So they only take 11. Since they made their check.
How much
Actually,
did the big guy take?
that is a big enough cone that whatever's at the stairs will also need to make a check.
Uh-oh.
It has advantage just because it has more cover. It makes the check, but it still takes damage. Because it takes half. As you hear something angrily screech from the stairs. And Lulu's like, oh, I'm trumpeted out. I don't think I could trumpet again until next long rest. Just looks right at the camera. But it was worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And she does like a cheerful little like wink, and a little sparkle comes out of her eye, and she zips back to everybody else.
How much did he end up taking?
How much did who end up?
The main guy that they're
He
focusing down on.
took 22.
Okay.
He would have took 11, but he seemed to really be hurt by it. Okay. Guess what? It's finally someone else's turn. Hey, Brakka, it's your turn.
Yep. All right, going to.
He looks effed up. In the last 6 seconds, he went from full health to taking over 100 damage.
All right, so Brakka takes the new
Barely standing.
Yeah, takes her new quarterstaff in her hands, just like tenses around it in anger. There's a pulse of green energy as she sends her natural magic into this thing, and just roars and comes up for a two-handed strike with the +2 quarterstaff.
Nice.
Which I'm not sure if I'm figuring this right because of the roll 20 input, but see if this works. That's a soft 20 to hit this thing.
Okay, that
using
hits.
my wisdom.
I have to ask, if you shillelagh,
Mm-hmm.
shillelagh, does it make it +1 weapon, or does it +1 the weapon on top of it?
Shillelagh.
I think it makes weapons +1, so it would not.
The weapon,
it's +2
the weapon,
override it.
The weapon becomes magical if it isn't already. It doesn't say if it's a +1 weapon or not.
Okay.
And it just increases its damage die, and you can use your wisdom instead of your spellcasting ability for it.
Oh, that would actually be really useful on this then. Is that what you did?
That's what I did.
Sweet.
That's what I did indeed. So that is a D8 plus 7. It's 9 magic bludgeoning damage to this guy. She just cracks him over the head with it.
Very loud.
Yeah.
To say the least.
And so that's all I can really do because I shillelagh'd it and had my action to attack it.
That was pretty good. It seems like those sparkles really weakened him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I would ever say that sentence in my life, but I just did. After
As
Brakka,
he's just there glittering, she just snarls and just says the orc, and it just says orcish. The orc just roars, "Get!" But she just says the orcish word for heretic.
nice.
I'm just flavoring it like that. Get.
Luckily, he is immune to the frightened condition.
Mm-hmm.
So, up next is Nix. This cleric guy, looks like another hit from anything will probably wipe him. His bug friends seem really in trouble over at the stairway. Rhea and Brakka are right next to this cleric. and you're about 20 feet away from him. The stairs are 30.
Okay. So I will run up to be directly beside both of them, facing straight down to him.
Mm-hmm. This makes a. By the way, since I have it up, you are at a perfect line for him and his 2 bug friends.
Oh, a perfect line?
A perfect line.
In that case, I'm going to change what I'm going to do.
Like if Death had a kid, you'd be like, this is perfect symmetry.
Nice. Soul Eater reference. Very nice.
Solid reference.
So, yeah, in that case, I will change what I was going to do and just lightning bolt the hell out of them.
All right, since you're really short, we're going to do another anime reference, and you just Goku instant Kamehameha Cell. And he just like looks down at you and he's like, no, as you lightning.
Up into the sky. Nice.
Oh, no!
Now, just to make sure, that does hit all 3 of them still, though.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, this is
Okay.
just
making
me
sure.
weebing out a little.
Oh, crap baskets!
Yeah, would it be Gohan, not Goku?
No,
No.
Goku.
Goku did the instant transmission from above down below him, so he shot upwards into Cell so he wouldn't hit the planet. Remember the whole Vegeta moment?
Vegeta, no.
I'm getting dad flashbacks here. So, okay, so each one needs to
dex
make
saves.
a dex saving throw, yes sir, and 8d6 damage coming right.
They all have advantage, unfortunately, but it doesn't seem to matter.
Oh
it-
my god.
What is your save again?
14 on my save.
Okay, 1 made it, and it wasn't this guy.
Let's see. $32 damage.
Christmas.
Okay.
He did.
Let's hope that's the case.
Yeah.
I'm doing maths here. All right, so how do you end it on this guy? You didn't kill
I
his
inst-
bug friends yet, but you definitely killed him.
I instant transmission in front of him and Kamehameha up into the sky.
Okay, that works. Well, so much for this guy being a possible NPC. Gone. Gone. There goes his picture on the overlay. And we'll go back to the mighty Lulu with her sparkles. Okay.
Wait, he could have been an NPC?
Nope. Yeah, you heard nothing from me. So after Nyx,
Hey, he
I
attacked
believe-
us. I don't care.
yeah. After Nyx is Richtofen. Richtofen, all that's left is whatever's going on at the stairs.
I'm not needed here, apparently.
Lulu's like, don't worry. I think you helped.
I participated. Where's my award?
Right here. Hi, Trunk.
Fist bump.
Did you just punch Lulu?
Oh, I fist bump.
Lulu's trunk goes like this, and
Explosion of sparkles.
it's adorable.
La 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 la.
And by the power and by the power of the upper planes, it did not take an action to do that. So what do you do in your turn?
Me and the boys are going to move over to the east side of the room by the other drapery.
Okay, so you
Door.
get a better angle from
Yeah.
here. You can clearly see something with big, giant, spiky claws. Almost seems to be insectoid, maybe a scorpion of some kind. But those claws are as big as these bug guys with tridents, and they're completely facing away from you.
What is the safety range of friendlies from this thing?
The closest one is Rhea, and she's like, she's fairly far away. She's at least 10, 15 feet away.
May still be too close. Alright, opening salvo of arrows against the closest insect.
Okay.
$15, $18, and $16.
Only one hits, as the rest bounce off of the insectoid chitin armor.
Oh.
Gonna be a tough nut to crack, apparently.
As
9.
9 piercing. As it looks back at you, and you hear in your mind, What are you doing, you dumb mortal? From this bug thing, as it looked back at you, just for a brief moment, as it's trying to stop whatever's at the stairs.
No.
And Richtofen, you still have your action and such.
I'm going to hold my action.
What are you holding? Because you have to specify. You can always take a dodge action. If something attacks you, it makes it a lot harder for them to hit you.
Hold
Remember.
acid breath.
Yeah. Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Okay.
Since that doesn't want to take away from my spells.
Yep. Smart move.
And quick question.
Mhm.
For the group thing, like when I roll for all my skeletons, would it be the +5 modifier on all of them combined? So it would be +15 or...
No, it's +5 each individual attack.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like if all three rolled at the same time, would have, cumulative damage.
No, it's like... You mean if they did 5 damage?
No, the
The +5 is to hit, not to the damage.
Yeah, that's for accuracy, not damage.
Okay, gotcha.
If each of them hit and they do an average of 5 damage, then yes, it would be 15 damage total.
Okay.
So that's your turn. You're holding your breath. I just realized how it start to suffocate. No, I'm kidding. After Richtofen, we loop back around to Koi. And Koi, you're still at the curtain. You've never moved. You cannot see. You can barely see one of the insect things from your angle.
Yeah, I will move to the, to Richtofen's side.
Okay. You got a clear view of the 2 bugs.
I will shoot at them.
All right.
Well, I will shoot at one of them. I'm not gonna use sharpshooter because they seem pretty tough.
Their entire body seems to be like, an insect made of armor.
Yeah, I wanna land the hit, so regular shot. And I will miss probably. Yeah, 16.
16 deflects off of its armor.
Okay, second shot.
As you hear in your head, oh, they want to die here.
19.
19 hits.
I will spend 1 superiority dice to give advantage against this guy.
Okay. How much damage do you do?
Oh yeah. $12.
Ooh, okay. After Koi, is their turns. So these 2 insects look at each other and look like they were defending against whatever this creature is, and they just go. You hear both of them simultaneously via telepathy, "F this," and they both go, "Boomp," and they disappear. And as they disappear, almost like they teleported, coming up the stairs appears to be a scorpion, but not a material plane giant scorpion. This one, for some reason, has giant horns, and it has spikes that almost seem to grow like spiked antlers throughout its body. The claws itself are almost teethed with these, as it looks of a creature not of this world. And as it scurries up, Rhea is the closest. Rhea and Brakka and Nix. So it scurries up the stairs right next to all 3 of you. And we're going to do 1 attack on each.
Can I release?
Claw, tail. And you can do your breath attack.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's a roll on my end, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the roll was, I'm pretty sure with the nat 9 it fails. Oh, it's con save, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, it has a chance. No, an 11 it wouldn't pass.
So it takes 9 acid.
Okay. You notice that it's I'm just writing down teleported for the 2 bugs. It still has some of those sparks on it. Oddly enough. From the trumpet blast.
The glitter. You mean.
Yes. And as you do that, it only gets 1 attack off as your breath attack hits it. And it does a tail attack against one of the 3 of you. So I'm going to have a d4. I'm going to do what one of my other DMs does. And make the attack a random, since you all 3 are right there. 1 is Rhea, 2 is Brakka, 3 is Nix, and 4 is a reroll. Okay, with a 1, it's a Rhea. So,
No.
tail attack. That one. Okay, let's see if its tail just falls off or something.
Oh. Never mind.
With a 67, it misses, and its tail gets stuck into the ground for just a brief moment. And it uses some of its movement to unstick the end of the stinger out of the ground, as it greatly missed Rhea. And it goes to move over towards the skeletons, because that's where the attack came from. And as it does, Nix and Brakka do get opportunity attacks as it skitters by.
I'm assuming just one of my 2 daggers.
Yes.
Yeah. 12.
Nope.
22.
Yep.
Is 1d4 plus 2. So 5.
All right.
Nick's got a little nick in.
How's it doing? Okay, it's pretty beat up now, but it seems that it really does not like Richtofen. As it comes up and attacks with its last 2 attacks, the skelly boys that are in front of Richtofen.
Do they get reactionary attacks?
They do not.
Didn't move through their combat space.
Yeah,
It
it
moved up to 'em.
just moved into their combat spaces, not through it.
Mhm.
If that makes any sense.
Okay.
What's their armor classes? Oh, never mind. Definitely all hit. I say that because it got an 18 on the first roll and a nat 20 in the second.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'd say that hits.
Okay. Roll and see if the crit is really, really bad. Yeah, when that skeleton that got critted can't take an action on its turn, and they might be dead outright. Let me roll and see,
Oh.
because these claws do bludgeoning damage. Okay, so the crit one does 15 bludgeoning damage, and that's before vulnerabilities. So it would have been, it's 30 damage total on that skeleton, which I'm pretty sure just crushes it outright.
Yeah, he did.
So
Or
they dead. And then the second attack also hit for minimum damage, but it is vulnerable. So that skeleton does take 6 bludgeoning damage total.
okay, so that one's still in the fight.
Yes. Oh yeah, and it needs a strength saving throw.
What, the skeleton?
Yes.
What is the strength?
We will say the one that is currently grappled and not down is Curly.
So either Mo or Larry died.
Mm-hmm. I'll leave that up to you.
Alright, so that would be D20.
Mm-hmm. Pretty sure skeletons don't have any modifiers to their strength.
19.
Okay, it is not grappled by the claw,
Nice.
so that's good. And then, to your horror, as if the situation couldn't get any worse, spilling out of the stairway are a bunch of these horrible little fetid creatures.
Good grief.
What's the best way to describe them?
Oh, you already said fetid, so
Well, they're almost little gorillas with like bat noses. They're kind of weird.
lovely. And
I think
Yeah,
somebody
why
knows
not?
what they are at a character already.
Yeah. And probably in character because we did our research.
You did on devils. These are not devils.
Oh,
You can roll
no.
Arcana checks if you want.
I would like to.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
Okay, I'm gonna get it. So just yeah. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't know.
27.
Outclass is mine.
Okay. Anyone else besides Richtofen?
I got a 20, dirty.
Okay.
I got a 14.
Got a nat 20 and 7.
Nice. These are dretches. They are some of the weakest forms of demons. But they always attack in numbers.
How many of them are
They
there?
have.
coming
They make a.
against-
You're pretty sure all these noises you heard from them is from these guys. They're probably speaking Abyssal.
Can't-
You know that they can let out a horrible, fetid cloud that is very
I-
stinky.
I actually speak Abyssal.
Okay. And they're just pretty much like. They're pretty much just saying little random simple words to each other in Abyssal, which is like, mine, no, kill, main, me, no, food, mine.
Mine. Sorry.
Mine.
Essentially.
I don't know where the hell that came from.
Downstairs. So,
Christ.
there are. Let me double check just to make sure. There's not too many of them. There's just 5 of them.
So there's 5 of them?
Yes. As they swarm up and they go to attack the group closest to the stairs. So I'm going to say 2 attack Rhea, 1 attacks Nyx, and the others can't get to you guys in time. Because they have to get past their friends that are already in front. Of course they get 2 attacks. Bite and Claw on Rhea. Nat 20. I'll roll that later. Another Bite and Claw on Rhea. Bite and Claw on Nyx. A 10 and a 13.
Neither hit.
Okay. Of course, Rhea got hit by every single one of the attacks that attacked her.
Yeah.
So she's hurt really bad. And I'll roll for the crit. $51. I have so many books out I can't remember where I put the crit one at.
Isn't that the one that's just on the bed?
Yep. I just have 5 of them there.
Ah.
So, 51. She is now poisoned as it punches her right in the stomach.
Huh.
So that's great. And she takes definitely over 20 damage from the mob attacking her. Total. After them, it's Rhea's turn and Lulu's turn. So Lulu's like, "Uh-oh, I'll help!" And she flies over to the giant scorpion thing. And she attempts to attack with her tusks. With a nat 3, that's definitely not going to work. Rhea retreats backwards. And does 2 swings with the Holy Avenger sword against these horrible little demons that came crawling up the stairs.
I'm gonna call out and have people fall back as far as they can.
And she has disadvantage, that's right. Yeah, she misses with both swings. Definitely.
They she didn't lose the sword this time.
Yeah. Then after... Sorry, Richtofen, you said you were doing something?
I was calling out for them everyone to fall back away from them as far as they can.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I heard you right. After all of them, it is Brakka's turn.
All right. So first, bonus actions, Balm of Spirits on Rhea for 6 healing and 2 temporary HP. And then she's gonna back up, and as she does, she backs the butt of the staff on the ground once, and is gonna cast Entangle on the 20-foot area where including the things that are in front of us, the dredges in front of us. It'll get the dredge in front of us, the scorpion, and any that's in that area come up the stairs.
Okay, all 5 dredges roll. 2 of them got nat 20s, and another one got nat 17.
So those 3
And
pass.
the scorpion got a nat 18.
They're all freaking... Well, at least it's difficult terrain.
You got, so 3 of the dredges are restrained.
Yeah. And backed up as far as I could with Rhea.
Oh, okay. You back up to the curtain.
Mm-hmm.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't be able to drag Rhea with them. That would just be their movement moving back to the curtains, correct?
Doesn't Rhea move back to the curtains? She could move back that way?
Oh, yeah, I'll say she did that. I don't know why, but I only moved her 5 feet back.
Yeah, that was something I was going to have Nix do, or rather deal with.
It is your turn after Brakka.
Oh, me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You were
so,
surrounded by these little demon things. The scorpion thing is actually right next to you, too, as well.
Right. So is or is not Rhea within, 10 feet of me?
She's much further away now.
Okay,
She moved
so
back
she did
towards the curtains.
GTFO.
Yes.
Mm.
Okay. Because... if I'm using the shield, then I can't make my own spell.
No, you would
Right,
be
that's my
using your
action.
action to
Okay.
use the charges on the shield.
I thought as much, but at the same time, I wanted to make sure. So I'm gonna nope out with a thunderstep.
Nice.
Does that have to be with invisibility?
Within. I thought you said with invisibility, as in.
No,
Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, an unoccupied space you can see within range.
I'll say you're right next to Rhea as she thunderstep. Unfortunately, Lulu is in that thunderstep, but
But
it's
not
fine.
with a sorcery spell. Oh, it's fine?
Oh, you meta magic.
Yeah, metamagic.
She would have been the only one that would have been
Yes.
affected ally-wise.
Yeah, so just the one.
What's the range on thundersteps radius when it explodes?
Radius
Is it 10 feet?
is 10 feet, but do I have...
Because that would hit all the enemies.
Now, okay, that's a saving throw. Would this affect that? Okay, I want to make sure of the wording of something.
Mm-hmm.
Distance spell just says you can double the range of a spell or give a touch spell a range of 30 feet for 1 sorcery point.
Yes.
That means I can expand the thunderstep of 10 feet to 20 feet radius, yes?
Is it 10 feet radius?
It is the thunderous boom sounds, and each creature within 10 feet of the space you left must make a Constitution saving
Okay,
throw.
you can, but
But-
you would hit literally everybody. When I say everybody, I mean enemies and allies.
So,
Because you all are actually close enough that
I
that
think
20-foot
this is-
radius would hit everyone.
I think distance spell mostly affects range, and Thunderstep has a range of 90 feet.
Yeah, it would also double that as well.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say it would also double that radius for the explosion.
Okay.
Okay.
And how many sorcery points can I spend in a turn?
As many as you want, as many as you have, really.
Perfect.
You can only spend. I think of it. You can only use one meta magic per spell.
Yeah, that's what. Oh, you mean per yeah, no, that's.
So you can't
Oh, I
distance
see.
and sculpt the same spell.
I got you. Okay.
However, if you cast a cantrip and then you did a bonus action on another spell, you could use different meta magics on each one.
I don't think I have a cantrip that could help here.
That's just a hypothetical.
No, yeah. Sorry, you had me thinking about a couple of different things. Yeah, if that's the case, then I'm just going to mold it so we don't hit the Lulu.
All right. What am I rolling? Con saves.
Con saves.
DC 15.
14 for my spell DC.
14. That's what it was. Okay. 1 dretch passed. 3 dretch passed. Yep. I'm just going to say the same 3 dretches that somehow are... Or no, the 3 that are entangled, I'll say, are the ones that pass. But they still take half. All the rest of the enemies failed,
Oh, wonderful.
including the scorpion.
All right. So 3d10 gives me 16 thunder damage.
Okay. I think you ended everything. I just want to make sure.
What do you mean ended everything?
16 thunder?
Yes.
All right. You kill the giant scorpion with your thunderstep as it drops the skeleton.
Nice.
And you severely hurt 2 of the dretches. And the others are also hurt.
Nice.
Is those of you that understand Abyss will just hear all of them say different swears at different intervals.
Language!
And one of them actually said it in a positive light, which was kind of disturbing.
Didn't need to know that.
Hell, this is hell.
And these are chaotic evil. But anyway, so that was your thunderstep.
That it was.
After Nyx is, I think, what was it? Oh, right. After you is Richtofen.
All right, how many of those little fellas are still standing?
All 5 are still well, 2 of them are restrained. No, 3 of them are restrained. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And all of them got hit by that thunder.
How many NPCs you're keeping track of?
Yes,
Well,
that many.
going to save what I was going to do.
To make it easier, do you want to say you roll individual attacks with the bow on some of the dretches? Because you have 2 skeletons. You can have 1 attack each dretch. A few of them are, they're really hurt. So, a single shot will kill it.
Well, yeah, I was going to use a fireball until the thunder step, so...
Oh, well, I mean, you can still do that.
Yeah, but I'm going to pocket and hold on to that damage for later.
Sorry to steal your thunder.
Ah,
Oh! Anyway. Alright, for my 2 skeletons, gonna roll 22 and 18 for
Yeah.
arrow. Each one's gonna attack a different one.
Gotcha.
Let's see. D8. 8 and a 7.
Okay.
So one takes 8, one takes 7.
Dead and dead.
And I'm going to target one that is closest to the others and throw an acid splash.
All right. Dex saves. The one that's restrained, I think... Is that disadvantage or auto-fail? I'm just going to say disadvantage for now. because it fails. Regardless. Yep, both failed.
Yeah, so D6.
This is poison spray?
Acid.
Acid.
Okay.
Acid splash, I think.
5 acids.
Alright. Then there was one. A one lonely dredge. It is currently
Probably
restrained.
deaf.
Alright, you're up.
Yep. It is Koi's turn. Then there was one. It's a pitiful, horrible little creature at single digits. Bleeding out of its ears from the thunder damage. You're like, I don't need to say anything, I just shoot it.
I mean, just a regular shot. I'm not even gonna. I mean, it's a 20,
Yeah, that hits.
almost 30. Anyway.
You find the exact molecule structure you wanted to hit, and you hit that.
Yeah.
Oh God! What if she splits an atom with an arrow?
Oh.
Then the campaign's over.
I have
8.
become death, destroyer of worlds.
You killed hell. What the hell?
8.
Piercing damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Blah. Dead.
There's something
Unlike-
else to shoot.
Nothing else to shoot.
Okay.
All of these, as the initiative ends, all of these creatures that seem to come up from above, or from below, the stairway, all their bodies seem to liquefy into this disgusting grayish, blackish sludge. As an ichor appears on all over the ground.
Arcana check to know if that was them returning to their original plane.
Yeah.
Sure.
Wouldn't hell be the original plane?
That's kind of why
No.
I'm surprised for the goo. 17.
No.
Yeah, this is demonic ichor. This is what's left behind when a demon dies.
Anything of value left from the first guy we encountered?
Let me check. You also know that since this is not the home plane of demons, since demons are from the abyss and not hell,
Sorry.
they are back in the abyss. Also, this demonic ichor you probably do not want to touch.
So it's Icarish.
It's chaotic.
God damn you, Mav.
Yes, it is chaotic evil goo. It's what demons come from, essentially.
I thought a mommy, daddy, and daddy even got together.
Mav, stop.
Depends on what demons.
Brakka's just going to go up to this guy and just sneer at him and just go. She goes, well, Richtofen, at least we've got someone to talk to now.
Are you sure it didn't turn him to ash?
Who? They're all goo.
She points to the former cleric.
Dreadlocks.
Yeah.
His body dries out into a gray husk, and then his skin and muscles seem to ash and flake off until all that's left of him is a ebony
Dreadlock.
black skeleton with fanged teeth.
Oh, he
Sorry.
turned into beef jerky.
And his fingers are pointed, like the ends of them are jagged.
Oh.
I don't think he's got anything to say.
He's still a skeleton though, right?
Yes.
Could
We
replace
can still, yes, we have a replacement for one. For two, can I roll to see if this is what I think this is?
Sure.
What was it? What would this be?
Religion
Yeah,
check.
Religion, all right.
Since he was an undead, clearly.
14.
14 is not a vampire, if that's what you were thinking.
Nah, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay.
Something almost the same kind of undead, but
Hold on, I'll do religion
not
check as
a
well.
vampire.
Buffy when you need her.
And the only thing you guys really find of value here, or maybe not of value, but of notice in this room, is the stairs that lead downwards.
What can I get with a 23 religion check?
He appears to have been turned undead via the companion, that giant black sphere outside. You sense the same kind of magical aura from him, emanating from his bones.
Yeah.
Like maybe when the city fell, he died and came back.
Wow.
So would I be able to recruit him?
You don't think so?
You mean animate the skeleton?
Yeah.
Actually, as a skeleton, yes,
Do
but
you think
not
we
in the
should ask
form.
him?
Not in the form he was before.
You think we should ask him what he knows? Because he clearly has been here a bit.
Well, like I said, in his current form, would he even be able to speak?
You have that spell, right?
Yeah,
That's-
speak with the dead.
That's up to DM's discretion. Some DMs are really picky, like, well, they still need their vocal cords and stuff.
Yeah, that's
I
what I was
say-
getting at.
I say as long as the head or whatever it speaks out of is still there, it works.
Okay, I will speak with the dead.
Okay, the jaw opens up and you hear from it like a like it
Welcome
took,
back, you're
like
dead.
it took a breath, though there is no lungs for it to breathe. Nothing on it moves besides its jaw bone.
Okay, speak with dead.
Speak with dead. The creature speaks the language it knew in life. It only understands languages it knew in life, I think. No. It understands the caster, I think, regardless. But you can only ask a certain amount of questions, and it does not have to tell you the truth. And it only knows what it knew in life.
No, you can only ask it 5 questions.
And Richtofen is the one asking it, since he's the one that cast the spell.
Right.
Pretty good at asking questions.
All right, so what do you want me to ask it?
Well, let's find out where.
Nothing.
That wasn't a question, was it? It wasn't directed at him.
Fucking monkey's paw! Oh, sorry.
The paw! Curses.
Okay, Scotty, what was the name of the gentleman that was supposed that were the flaming fist guy? We remember
Oh, yes. Grand Duke Ravengard.
Grand Duke Ravengard. All right.
Any questions you would like me to ask? Whisper them into my ear.
Brakka just leans in and just says, ask him if he knows where Grand Duke Ravenclaw of the Flaming Fist went with his search party.
He's Ravenclaw now.
That thing.
Ravenclaw. Sorry, Ravenclaw.
His name was Ravenheart. You said Ravenclaw, but I'm
Raven,
going with
Ravenheart?
it. It doesn't matter.
Ravenheart?
It doesn't
Okay,
matter.
Just so long as it's not Ravenholm, we're good.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, you guys.
Brother!
This place is Ravenholm, pretty much. Levels of
Pretty
like
much.
screwed over.
Oh, can
Sorry.
I find Brother Grigori then?
No.
What question? What was that question you were asking? Also, I'm joking. You didn't use that 5th one.
What was his title? Something-
Where he was at?
Yeah, where Ravenheart took his where it took his search party.
He says, down below. Said
Now,
he was,
would they be able
said
to
he was
hear
going
him?
to fight demons. Get the holy helm of Torm.
That sounds accurate.
Ask
That
him-
was question number 1 of 5. I was joking about that initial one. That didn't get.
Okay. Ask him if the helm is below, if the stairs below lead to it, or if it's outside. The way to it's outside.
He just said. Oh, gotcha.
Do you
How
ask?
about-
Do you ask that?
Ask him what is the quickest way to get to that particular artifact?
Head straight downstairs into the crypts. Should be in the meditation room. If the Grand Duke hasn't taken it.
Ask him what other forces might we encounter down there.
What's going to be waiting for us down there?
Shakes magic 8-ball.
Ask again later. Damn it.
Evil that must be destroyed.
Yeah, I knew it. We killed the jailers.
Have any of them survived? Maybe, or no? They're obviously nobody here somewhere.
Anything regarding the city being pulled down that what you would like to ask?
What's the question specifically? How do you word it?
I'm conferring with Brakka on this one.
Yes.
Wait. Did you share with the out of character? Did you share with the group that he was probably made by the companion?
Yes.
Right. Ask if he knows how long until the city is fully submerged.
How long do we have until we're screwed?
I do not know.
Ask if he knows a way to how to stop the descent.
I don't think he'd be somebody that would know how to stop that. To me, he seems like he's more just a jailer that was trying to keep in what we just killed coming up the stairs.
Who gave him his orders?
That, on the other hand.
Do you ask that as your final question? I feel like this is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Are you sure? Not when you ask it like that, asshole.
Can I phone a friend?
You are phoning a friend. That's the spell.
Oh.
The spell is literally phone a friend.
Hey, at least you get 5
Friend.
questions.
Friend.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what that's what you ask for your fifth and final question.
Yes.
Is who's giving him orders and stuff?
Who's giving you your marching orders?
Zariel. And the head falls over limp.
So, yeah, we just killed somebody who was basically just protecting the ground.
Doubt he would have let us down anyways.
You've succeeded enough of religion and arcana checks. You know that devils and demons hate each other more than anything else.
He probably wouldn't have let us down anyways.
You don't know that. A high enough persuasion.
We're trying to save the city. Zariel wants the city. He would probably have stopped us if he knew what our goal was.
Well, in that case, he's going to work for us now, as I cast Animate Dead.
The wicked-looking skeleton to have.
Mm-hmm.
Before you cast that, keep in mind you can use that to gain control of undead. There are many undead outside.
I thought that was
many
a different...
skeletons and zombies that you could probably cast that spell on, and boom, you'd have 4 under your control. I believe it's 4. Because you're necromancer.
Yeah, because you can cast it and gain up to 4 under your control, not just creating it to use as a minion.
You could use that spell slot to make this guy 1. He'd be a really cool-looking skeleton, but he could still just be 1 skeleton.
So if I cast it out there, I'd gain control of 4 more?
4 total.
Did you say whether or not we could make the Marotars into skeletons?
You never asked.
Get this guy as a vanity piece, and then get the Marotars.
Now, quick question. Since Curly is not under that spell, he is, from the original mission. If I gain 4 more, I'd have a total of 5?
Yes.
All right, drag the corpse. We're going back outside.
Just keep in mind, you need these spell slots to keep those under control every 24 hours.
Yeah.
So every time you cast it, it's another additional 4 undead. So you could have more. You could have 8, but then you wouldn't have any spell slots to keep them under control next time.
Yeah.
But
well,
at
if they're
this
used
point,
as fodder.
and at this point, if he's only going for the cleric and 1 minotaur,
And you already used a 3rd level spell slot for Speak with Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've got 2 left.
Oh, well, there you go. So you're going to use both? Control some more undead?
I'm going to just use 1 for right now and gain 4 more and hold on to the other slot for right now.
Okay. If you cast it on Curly, it'll automatically put Curly to full health again.
Well, he didn't take the hit. It was the other guy that took the hit.
No, he was in the claw.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he got hit. He just had to save against being grappled.
Mm-hmm. So, what bodies do you target for the control?
I guess the Marotars and this guy.
The Maritars currently aren't animated. So if you would cast it, you would animate one.
I have to. Okay.
But I mean, it's a Minotaur skeleton. It's a large-sized skeleton with a large-sized great axe. And
So
horns.
we have to choose between animating the Minotaur or animating him.
Or just grabbing 4 random skeletons or zombies outside and just gaining control of them.
Right.
I think the numbers are going to make a change here.
Right.
You mind if I give my 2 cents
Go ahead.
to Mav?
Yeah, go ahead.
In this particular case, it wouldn't be a bad idea to have Curly with the table and at least the Minotaurs for nothing else. Even if you don't take the cleric guy's skeleton, 2 large-sized skeletons with 2 large great axes versus the
what
ones
would
that
their
can...
health be?
Much more.
Yeah.
Wait, what is the name of that spell again? Because there's so many raise undead spells. Is it called
Animate
raise
Animate
undead?
dead. Animate dead.
Animate dead. I just want to see what it specifies. I think it says you make a zombie or a skeleton out of a dead body.
It
Or
does.
you gain control of those. Yeah. Okay, so I had a feeling that was a bit too strong. You can only use the spell to reassert control on up to 4 creatures that you've already animated with the spell. So you cannot grab just random ones outside.
That's what I was thinking.
I don't know why I thought that. I
I mean,
apologize.
there's a
for
spell
the
later down the road that I can actually take control of undead.
Yeah,
That's the one I'm thinking of.
that's the one you get at 14th level.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's pretty far away.
It's going to be a minute.
But you can target an additional corpse or pile of bones when you cast Animate Dead, since you're 6th level wizard.
So you can
grab,
take those 2 Minotaur skeletons and you can animate them with 1 cast.
Now, would that also heal the ones I have control over already?
No, you'd have to target the ones you already have control over.
Yeah.
All right, then I will just go ahead and animate those 2 Minotaurs.
Okay, you have 2. Make sure you write this down. I'll give you the stats. 2 Minotaur skeletons, and they grab their great axes.
Nice. Ooh, can I climb up the back of one and use his rib cages like footstools?
just sit in him like a mech.
As you all get closer to it, to these, and you're not fighting them, so you're not distracted by that. You all can roll me perception checks.
Not again. Damn it.
22.
20. What's that? 26. My bad.
22.
7.
Koi doesn't realize it, but everyone else notices that these skeleton minotaurs have the exact same weapons as the ones you helped free from that tavern.
Hey.
Hmm.
Well, they get to fight even more glorious battles.
Though none of them are the leader guy. Battle Axe, his was kind of special.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Wonder what his reaction's going to be seeing his brethren skeletons walking towards him next time we see him.
You
If
also
we
know
see-
that they worshipped the demon lord Baphomet.
Yeah. Just knowing that Brakka's not sad, these things are dead.
And so, what's their stats?
I will send them to you. I hope you have brown trousers on. I'll just give it to everybody because they're part of the party, so it's only fair you guys can see their stats too.
Yep, more NPCs for you to work out.
It's in the Discord. Don't give them any other weapons, please. They're best with the weapons they have. So, these 2 large-sized skeleton minotaurs pop up as you finish the 2 minutes casting. Do you guys do anything during those 2 minutes? Probably not.
Just gonna keep a lookout.
Try and make sure Ria's okay.
Actually, you want I should do a little scouting?
Was that to me?
That was to the group.
Yeah.
Do some scouting.
Check out.
Check below.
Yeah.
Oh,
You be quiet,
Super quiet.
because I can wild shape into a rat or something and just go down below.
You wish.
And at that point, Mav or Rick could just invisibility somebody, go down
Mhm.
a little quieter,
Yeah.
or do both, shapeshift and go invisible.
so their health would be 73 since they would get my level boost, right?
Yes, each.
Like I said, Minotaur skeletons.
So,
These things are nuts.
yeah. So, we're going to end there tonight
Yeah.
as you finish casting the spells.
2 beefy boys part of the party.
Was that a beef pun?
Kind of. I actually had good ideas for their names too.
I think that should be up to Mav.
Right.
What are your suggestions?
I would say one. Let's call one sirloin, and the other one let's call
T-bone.
T-bone. Yeah, sirloin and T-bone.
Not T-bone and razor.
Oh God.
Well, if
Please
they were
tell me-
if they were tabaxi, I would say that would be a good idea. But no.
Please tell me you're not about to raise 4 turtle skeletons along with them.
No,
Haven't found them
T-bone.
yet.
T-bone and Razor are the SWAT cats. Bebop and Rocksteady would be the TMNT.
That's right. Damn, I just fucked up my own joke.
That's why I said that the 2 tabaxi would be more appropriate for that. But
Yeah, I was thinking and not listening. My bad.
yeah, it's all good.
And we will end there
All
as you
right.
guys are about to head down the stairs.
I
Anyone
understand.
have any plugs before we call it a night?
I mean, I've got a 12 volt somewhere around here.
Nix is a 12 volt essentially.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Well, if no one has any ending plugs, I'd like to thank everyone who watched, and those of you Americans watching, have a great Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Please do not get yourselves killed on Black Friday.
Yep.
It's never worth it.
Mm-hmm. Drive safe. Be thankful for every wonderful thing that you've received this year. Be kind to retail employees. They're just trying to survive. And don't get caught up in the rush of Black Friday. It's not worth doing something rash. There's always Cyber Monday, and there's always sales between now and Christmas.
You know, I want to point something out that I've just, it's an observation I've made over the years. The people who play these games, like us, as well as the audience, you know, people who are actually interested in this, aren't the kind of people that are out there trampling other people on Black Friday, or, you know, trying to steal items or get, you know, the best sales. They're generally good-hearted, good-natured people.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
while the warning is still valid, I don't think it's nearly as necessary as the ones who don't.
True, but it's never hurts to put it out there for the errant reviewer who's just new to the community.
That's true.
And on
You
that
know.
note, we'll see you next week. Maybe next week? Actually, I gotta ask Lluis. Will you be available next week, or are you gonna be on a plane?
I won't be on the plane, but I probably will be sleeping because I will take the plane really, really early.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah,
Because
where you
next week, next weekend is PAX Unplugged.
Yeah.
That's right. So a
So
lot of people are going to be out of the way.
I think everyone else should be fine for next Wednesday. Right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely sleep. Please. Please do sleep. And
Yeah.
we'll see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Same
Ciao.
DM time, same DM channel.